Johnny Vanguard hates to be on time. That's my fact of the day.
My leg. Oh, hey, the SFO updates app.
Damn it.
SFO?
Feel faith overhaul.
Hmm.
Come on. There you go. All right. Well, now that everyone's here, we should probably start. Is everyone here, actually? Before I...
I am at least.
I'm here.
I'm here.
Prove it.
I think Peyton said he had to go let the dog
Put out the dog, yeah. We must wait for Peyton to return, and after that, we'll start.
Waiting for me
whatever
to
you need
return.
to
Pretty cringe, honestly.
do. Have you already done what you need to do?
Well, I'm gonna have to get back up in a bit to let the dog back in, but I'm good for right now.
Okay. So, do we have Lumpy?
Yeah.
Good. Then we can start. So,
And now I have to let the fucking dog back in.
of course. Well, do the rest of you remember what was going on?
We just got out of the Beholder realm.
Mm-hmm. We just got out. We just arrived back in town with the diviner.
Yeah,
Safe and sound.
we're going to go talk to a dickhead.
He just gave us each 1,000,000 V-Bucks.
Unfortunately, the exchange rate of V-Bucks to gold is currently at negative 1 million. We'll have to
V-Bucks.
pay people that take
Gives you
these
the big
V-Bucks off
gratitude.
our hands.
So, yep. Are you guys just headed straight to Halvan's, or?
I think that was our plan.
Yeah.
Because at this point, it is at least getting late. The sun's still up, so it's around like 4-ish or so. Actually, no, it was later than that. No, so it is. The sun is actually down at this point.
Does our compatriot want sleep?
I mean, he's fine.
He's fine.
Our compatriot can fuck himself. We have a job to do. Once we have dropped our compatriot off at where we need to drop him off, he can sleep all he wants. But until then,
So that sounds like we're going to
Yeah.
Halvan's. And yeah, once again, Lumpy has remembered something that I've forgotten.
favorite chore?
Yeah.
All right, I need to look back at what I wrote before.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's a
Character
hidden
information.
message.
Yep.
Once I get there.
I've already found it.
Right, I can't do that because otherwise it freaking looks at me and goes, "Yeah, you want it? Well, screw you." And open it in another tab so you can't actually be signed in already.
God damn it. I had one for a second and it just disappeared.
Now you can think about it. Let's get rid of that.
I like how you've got a bunch of examples of how to spell Johnny and you still spell it wrong.
I'm almost certain that I did spell it right. Yeah, it's just autocorrecting.
Oh.
God damn it, really? Apparently,
look,
after
how
you
did-
type it 3 times, it finally is like, okay, fine.
Like, how
That
did
was
you
the way
have
you would.
6 examples directly above what you're writing and you still fucked it up? How'd you do that?
I didn't do it on purpose because I did spell it right. It's just the freaking thing misspelling it. Why the hell is my autocorrect on? Stop it. automatically use smart quotes. Okay, don't automatically substitute. I wish I could.
If you can right click Give
That's
and
nice,
like
but-
teach it to your autocorrect.
No, I can?
Add Give to dictionary.
Oh. I didn't
What
actually
does
know
bouvet
that
mean?
had this.
Dumb bitch.
I didn't know that had that functionality.
There you go. I got mine.
Can I just wrote it down?
Yes.
Pansy shit. Now I have to go read it.
All right. Fucking Gouvet finds weapon maintenance relaxing. There, I read out for you. You fucking happy now, bitch?
Thank you, Peyton. I really appreciate that.
I mean, you
Yeah,
never
fuck
need to
off.
read. You always need to read Bo. To go to
I'll
the
hit you
right.
with a fucking truck.
Yeah, but the difference is that's only one reading. Now I'd have to go I have to go look. I gotta go
Alright.
find the Google Doc. Seriously,
Local
where the hell
man
is it?
bitches to
Oh.
bitch.
How about
Seriously, where
you,
the hell
Jake?
is it? As far as I'm concerned, I'm still in Oyeko mode. So
So
What is
yeah,
Oyeko mode?
Oyeko is quite fond of spiders.
All right, get Oyeko out of the party. I finally made my decision. Fuck that. Get out of here. Get out of here.
All right. And that should be everyone for this week. So, now that we've remembered to do that, because Lumpy reminded me, now we can head to Alvon's. Oh, that's fun. I didn't know that was a functionality either. I can both delete messages and I can make them private. Very nice. I didn't realize that was a chat functionality for Boundary. So, yeah, you guys head to Halvin's as the sun dips below the horizon, and which moon is coming up tonight? As it is only a couple of days away from the cursed moon, so just near the end of the month.
All right, boys. For a final act of the party, we hold Oyeko outside during the cursed moon.
our parting gift.
Ooh,
You're
it's
either with
actually
us or you're
good.
cursed by us, bitch.
It's a good omen for you guys, though, as currently Parlock and Saylock are up tonight. The moon of
Soon.
abjuration and divination.
Yeah.
Ooh, that means we're protected and divined.
Yeah. It's good for your diviner because he'll get a boost from the moon of divination being up.
His moon is up.
Yeah. Well, it's rising. It'll be up in like another half an hour or so. But the dark gold light is coming over the horizon. So, you guys walk to Halvin's house, since you've been there at least a couple of times at this point, I believe. It's not hard to find. It's along Main Street.
I think it was just the once, but
Yeah,
remember it.
regardless, you remember where the tavern was at the very least, so at least one of you does.
Yeah.
So, yep, you guys arrive at the marked door as before.
Knock, knock, knock.
stand outside and wait. Rather not go in.
Yep. So, as before, the door swings open to reveal the giant snake, who looks you all over and then immediately locks eyes with the bald diviner, who immediately does not look as, well, ease from wandering around the city. So this is the person that needs my assistance, is it?
I mean, not the snake specifically, but the one that's in there, yes.
Well, I suppose that's good, yes. And he's going
Shrug.
to take a step inside. The snake will look at all of you and then just kind of utter, "My master says he has additional help for you. Would you come inside to witness the divination?"
Do I have to? Let's pipe back from behind all of them.
He was very insistent.
All right.
So,
Of course. I
bet.
nobly accept.
What's happening?
you're all being invited in.
Yeah, head in.
Invited is a loose term here.
Yes.
It's fine.
Invited
All right.
with a very hard underline.
Yeah. Listen, I've got loose definitions. I'm fine with that.
So, you move through the house, back to the small garden, forest clearing, whatever it is that he has set up. I believe this is Oyeko's. Is it Oyeko's first time here?
Second time in.
Okay, I couldn't remember
I
if
had
you
to-
went the first time.
I had to help bring
Oh
the
right,
statue in.
yeah. Johnny
I was
couldn't carry
effectively the hired help.
it. I just set it down anywhere. And as before, Halvin is just kind of sitting in the garden meditating. And the moons are indeed out here as well. Oh, at this point, of course, just at the edge of the horizon, barely visible.
We've brought your diviner.
I see. Well, make yourselves comfortable and I suppose bear witness. Hopefully it's nothing. Then he just kind of gestures for the diviner to like get himself ready. And he does so as he kind of walks to a open area. Then just kind of places himself down on the floor and just kind of gets himself comfortable.
Be right back. I'm sorry.
You know, crossing his legs and whatnot. Before he looks over at Halvin. Ready?
Oh my god, he sneezed!
Oh no!
I'm sorry.
He's dead.
Ready, Halvin? And of course, he nods back. Once the spell starts, I won't be able to hear you directly. Then he just kind of starts making the first initial motions for the whatever spell he's going to cast. Ask, and I will answer, however. You won't have much time. Speak quickly once it starts. And with that, he starts to chant, his eyes closing and a golden light starting to fill the area around him.
I'm back.
After about a minute, Alvin stands in front of him with his arms crossed and a hard expression on his face. And then Wosen starts to speak. Speak your question, Alvin the healer. Alvin nods, but his expression shifts slightly towards concern. And then evenly he just asks, what is beginning? As if that's just a normal question to ask, just some freaking random street merchant. The diviner seems to like twitch, and his face scrunches up in concentration. Just 1 second. Just checking something quick.
So sad. Steve Jobs died of Ligma. What a shitty video.
Sorry, background stuff is going on. I'm answering questions.
Boring enough. Never apologize.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Why do you need to know about the beginning?
Now Van just kind of looks over at you. It's important. I had a dream, and a voice said something about beginning.
I forget. Was there a voice in the dream that we all had?
Yeah, I think it only said a single word, but you guys vaguely remember that. Yeah. Sorry, no, it said 3. Something has begun.
I don't like how connected this is. Time to go. I would say, knowing full well that I will not be allowed to leave.
Yeah.
I think you are. You can escape.
Yeah, you say that, but I was the one who made some type of weird magical contract with this guy.
This is
And I'm
true.
not exactly comfortable leaving until that's gone.
Well, what is are you guys just kind of waiting the next words?
Oyeko is going to be kind of paying closer attention now. Because,
Yeah. The diviner does seem to be fighting with something.
oh my
But-
god. He's just having a fist fight in the middle of the room.
Like physically?
No, like mentally.
What does that
Trying to
look
keep the spell on, you'd assume.
like?
His head just slowly turns to face you, still scrunched in concentration.
Who are you fighting?
And with that, the like a single golden eye appears on his head and just kind of stares at you. And it answers as he seems to regain control of the spell. It is the fall. One who is recently touched by its light will bring those of the gods to heal with the might of the gracious lesson of the age. And with that, the spell breaks, and Wozen seems to start to return to his senses before it's almost as if a force just smashes into his side. He collapses to the ground unconscious. If Halvan was concerned before, he's now rather aghast and definitely worried.
So, as someone that doesn't really know much about this kind of stuff, what does that mean?
I'm not sure yet. If you wish to know, you can return, but for now, I need to consider this.
Just as a preliminary estimation, a scale of 1 to 10, how fucked are we?
I don't know yet. But if it's as bad as I'm thinking, it might be something as bad as, well, one of the dragons thrashing around, or one of the giants returning from its mountains.
That's a solid 10. I'm going to be going now.
Could you bring this unconscious one with you? He's done what I need him to do.
I will grab a foot and start dragging because there's no way I'm strong enough to pick
Yeah,
him
and
up.
I'll pick him up.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say I'll step in. We're not dragging this man home. Let's pick him up and carry him.
Halvan just seems to sit down and meditate again.
Actually,
though
yeah, before I
seemingly
leave,
more concerned.
is that whole weird contract thing over now, or should I be worried?
The snake speaks up in his place. The contract has been completed.
Well, I suppose
Alright.
I should ask a question too then. So, you said you had a dream?
He just
What?
kind of cracks one eye open. If you wish to know more, let me consider and return tomorrow.
It's just that, I also had a dream at some point that involved like beginnings and weird
Having a
ominous
dream.
feeling. It was like moonlight over a lake, if I remember correctly. Cough, cough, Oyeka would remember correctly. Jake, the player, is trying to remember correctly.
Something about context of a character. I don't know.
Yeah, it's at a. Actually, I think I can just.
Mm-hmm.
If you just click it over to the text, then you should be able to see what happened for that because you remember it well enough. This is not an easy dream to forget.
Yeah.
Plus, it hasn't been like too long, a week at most.
Yeah, I'll chip in that. I remember that as well.
Interesting. But I must ask you to come back tomorrow.
All right.
And with that, the snake effectively shoves you back out the door.
All right.
You're back on the street with an unconscious, bald diviner sitting between you.
Wanna take him back to the place we rested?
Yeah.
I say as if I'm able to help in any way, state, or form.
Yeah, let's start heading back to the last place we rested at,
Yeah, I mean, I'm
wherever the inn was.
bringing them.
I would help carry, but not sure how much I can help. I'm also gonna buy some more rope. Guys, remember that we never got
That's
a rope
true.
back.
Yeah, I will also buy some rope, actually. How much is it for 100 feet? Because
I'm
I
trying to
believe
think
it's
how
10
much
gold
50
pieces.
feet. That sounds right.
how much?
Give me 1 second. It would be 2 gold pieces actually. It's way cheaper.
Perfect. Now I
How
can
much
edit
is silk? Is silk 5?
10.
10. Jeez.
Yeah.
Yep, but it's good rope
Silk is
too.
really expensive.
So.
I'm also gonna buy rope. I was scarred by that.
Yep.
Specifically-
Beholders are a significantly higher population on Methdrem than others, but they are still fairly rare.
I don't buy 100 feet of silk rope because I don't have enough.
Silk.
Yeah, I don't have enough carry weight to carry 100 feet of non-silk rope.
It's lighter and silk is generally stronger. So, you guys return back to the inn you've been staying at? The Burning Devil Inn, in this case.
believe that was the plan.
All right.
No, let's go to the magic one and freak.
Well,
Freak
I'm
someone out
capable
again.
of going to a different one.
You just freaking drag her in. So, yep. You guys arrive at the inn.
Enter.
I owe Croaker some meals.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you mean Kroger, who we never
Is he
went and
even
got?
here?
There's like a chance that he wandered away, right?
Yeah. Apparently, he hasn't wandered back to this inn yet.
Okay, well when he returns, he'll be hungry.
We'll just hope he doesn't. That would be the ideal situation.
Would it be?
What?
To be fair, I should have Lumpy roll to see if he's returned or not, but I'm not going to do that because I've already decided.
What kind of roll is that?
It'd be a
Okay.
percentile for me.
Hmm.
AKA a let's see if Mitchell is feeling mean roll.
I made a lot of those in my time,
I kind of like.
and I usually
great.
fail.
Quiz question, Mitchell. What is his actual name?
Hmm?
I
He
know
has
it.
an actual name.
Yeah. Do you know what it is?
I have it written down.
All right. Jake and Peyton, what is Croaker's actual name?
Why the fuck do I care?
Oh
I
my
was
God.
drunk at the time.
You
My
guys
character
are
has no
fucked up.
reason to know that. Why do I need to?
It is Grog. Johnny
Mhm.
just named him Croaker because he has no respect for his individuality.
And Grog doesn't seem to care much about his name. So, at least not yet. So,
Not yet, Monka.
well, he
my
might figure it out. He's actually been pretty sharp so far.
Yeah.
He's remembered a
He's-
couple of
he's cool.
things with nat 20s, actually.
Yeah.
So,
The real thinker of our time.
mhm. A real thinker of a hill ogre. So, I'll need to remember which one is which. I can never recall for some reason. But this inn is. Well, you guys have been here a few times before.
Mhm.
Tonight it is fairly empty, which is kind of surprising, as it is the last week of the month, and so most people aren't working. You'd think there'd be more people here.
How much is a room? Because I forgot. I think it's like 5 silver, right?
I think it's only one.
It's usually one of those two. It's either 5 or 1. I never know which.
Yeah, they're really crappy inns. It's even cheaper. But this one, it's
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah,
Mhm.
I've had inns that have like five copper, 7 copper, something like that.
That's true. Usually we don't stay at those ones though.
Yeah, because they're junk.
Yeah, because I don't want to get shanked in my sleep. Granted, given my character's rampant paranoia, highly unlikely that I'm the one being shanked.
Yep. I'll start to bring a chair from downstairs so that you can block the door.
Yeah.
Although you guys do recognize a face,
Hmm.
although for poor Yucko, it's only vaguely.
But like,
Yeah. You see
Vaguely is
the
good
lizard
enough.
folk in heavy armor.
And I get nervous.
Mm-hmm. I think you spoke to her too, didn't you?
I think I spoke to her very briefly after the other two got thrown out. I spoke to a lot of people that night.
Yeah. Well, at least you recognize Aaron Hill from your. And Oyako vaguely does. But you were pretty drunk at that point.
Is that the lizard folk?
yes.
Yeah. This person here.
Yeah, I was having trouble making out. Maybe I
Mhm.
should have zoomed in. Yeah, I should have zoomed in. Aaron Hill's sick.
But other than her, it's pretty quiet.
I will try to sort of get the party all to the same table at some point.
Yeah. Well, first I'll carry him up into carry a unconscious man into my room and drop him on one of the beds.
Yeah, I can help you.
It's easy
with that.
enough to.
Your little frail arms.
I could drag him up the stairs. I just don't think anyone wants to see that happen.
No, absolutely not.
Like I'm willing to do it. Just everyone else might feel a little bit awkward when they just see his head bounce off the step for the 18th time. Get to the
Someone
very
gets
top and his boot
very
slips
awkward
off.
and just gets
thunk,
up.
thunk, 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 back to the bottom.
Yep. Other than her, there's a pair of guards and a cleric of some sort. The only reason you could tell is because he's holding his holy symbol over his mug.
Pretentious much.
So
Yeah.
he wears his mug under his holy symbol?
No, he's like holding it over his mug and muttering
So
something
he, like, can't drink.
of a prayer, you'd assume.
Weird. How much is a dinner?
I believe it ranges anywhere from, like, if you just want basically bread and water, 2 copper to about a silver, and if you really go for a nice drink, silver and a half.
You know what? Today's been a long day. I'll go for a silver and a half.
All right. So yeah, they bring out the house special and a nice wine of some sort.
I almost died a few too many times today to not go for something.
Well, I guess they when they order it, they ask if you want a nice wine or something harder.
Wine.
Anyone else having dinner or?
Yeah.
Just dinner, not any like alcohol.
Mhm.
Same
No.
here.
I'll
Alright.
have a mug,
Is there anything in it?
some Arathian ale.
Yep.
If they still have some in stock.
Believe it or not, they do.
I don't
Apparently, it
believe
hasn't really caught on.
Shocking.
You mean the ale that tastes like disappointment? It isn't very popular.
Tastes like home. But just the one.
The other new thing they have is a new but small barrel of gnomish cider.
Ooh.
Well,
Bumpy.
it's called gnomish cider. Apparently, it's made out of some sort of mushrooms.
I mean, it's something that I in real life would try because it sounds neat, but
Yeah.
not in game.
Because
because
to
then
remind
you
you
get
guys,
jealous of this
gnomes only live
character.
underground. They do not live above ground at any point. So, unless they're weird and have decided to like leave the under caverns for some reason. So, yep, you guys order what you'd like, and after about 5 or so minutes, they get everything out to you. But
Not bad.
otherwise, the mood is pretty quiet. Well, at least until one of the guards starts laughing at one of his fellow's jokes, which kind of ruins the somber mood. But
That's fine. We like guards
It's
having
fine. There's
fun.
only one thing to do here. I shoot.
Shut up. We're trying to be somber.
Shut up! It's been a trying day.
he doesn't seem to hear your outburst.
No, Christ, no one said that shit. I've prevented too many, or attempted at least to prevent too many fights in here. To start one myself.
Yep.
I've got some
Otherwise, it's
goodwill
pretty
with the
quiet.
fucking guard or whoever the hell.
So, yep. Apparently, the special tonight is some form of sausage. The person swears it's of some sort of pig, but
Do I believe
Along-
them?
I mean, it's
After
up to you.
trying it?
Along with some roasted vegetables and like potato, effectively.
Yeah.
I guess like a effectively like a baked potato. They also give you guys salt.
Pog.
Yeah.
I try and sweep some into my pocket for later.
Yeah.
They didn't really give you much salt. It's basically just enough so that when you cut the potato open, the salt like kind of falls inside.
Oh. Well, that's thinking. Portals.
Yeah. But otherwise, it's pretty quiet tonight. The kid up at the register is just kind of sitting back there staring at, well, nothing. Just kind of into space. Obviously bored out of his mind.
Mm-hmm. How you know your DM has worked retail?
Yep. As you guys sit there eating dinner, you notice one difference from the usual times. The forge isn't on. There's no hammering or anything.
There's some
Sus.
sort of event going on.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't be a thing in the north as often. For those of you from this area, the old world, there's kind of a special week at the end of the month. So you try and get everything done for the first few weeks, and then on the last week, the week where the cursed moon or the dull moon comes out, that's basically like a week of rest, effectively. If you don't get everything done, of course, you have to work the week until. But
You would think
no
around
one's expected to
rest,
work
they
in the
would,
last 3 days.
They would probably be at the bar more.
Yeah, which is why it's curious why no one's here.
So,
Well, someone's gonna try and kill us, boys.
I feel like we should probably have a little conversation. Mostly, what's going to happen? Because, and she'll point at Johnny, I don't like him. I've made that very clear. That has not changed, but I don't know what's going on with this dream thing, the beginning, the end of the world, the death, destruction. I don't really understand it.
Yeah, I think that that applies to all of us.
But I don't really feel like if I had that dream, then I respectfully fuck magic. I hate this shit. But if I had that dream, that means I'm probably involved. Is that how it works?
That
Like
seems
fate,
like
destiny, all that stuff.
seems like a reasonable assumption, if nothing else.
I won't pretend to understand it, but if the world's in danger, it's our duty as heroes to stand in its defense.
Now, don't lump us
you're not
all
a
into the
hero.
same your same brand of heroism.
Brand.
Yeah.
Brand? Like
Yes.
cattle?
Yeah, kind of.
What way are you marked?
Hmm?
We've been branded?
No. You have your own specific version of heroism. That is, to most normal people, could very easily be labeled as sociopathy.
Well, most normal people aren't heroes.
Like anyone would label it as that.
I actually didn't hear you, Peyton.
I said, like most people would label it as that. I said most heroes would label it as that. Even
I don't know what you're talking about. I stand against evil.
He doesn't, but he doesn't understand. He's literally incapable of understanding because he sacrificed something incredibly
no,
dumb to magic and can never take it back, and it's just really stupid, and he's ruined his entire life for it.
Are you
well,
kidding?
I
made the
mean, to
best
be fair,
choice.
he could, in theory, understand. He just couldn't regret it.
I don't know what you're talking about. My choice was excellent.
Yeah, you would think that.
Yeah, he's a lost cause.
I can't believe you guys don't think heroes should save the world.
No,
Okay.
I'm all for saving the world.
Johnny,
Mm-hmm.
please shut up.
All right. You're welcome. And I won't say anything else.
Anyway, my point is, I don't know what to do. Because I'll be real. I like you two. I'll point at Mo and Gouvet.
Thumbs up.
But I don't like him, and morally, it's just everything is just screaming that I should just leave. But now there's this shit going on, and all this like end of the world garbage. That's why I don't know.
I mean, maybe we should before we make any decisions on this, we should talk to Halvan. He seems like he would have a
Of course,
better idea.
I'm gonna go there tomorrow no matter what. But I just don't know.
We live in weird times. I imagine they're only going to get weirder.
Well, is there anything else said? Or do you guys head back up to your rooms to sleep?
I mean, Oyoko doesn't really have much else to say, if anything.
Yeah.
I might guess that Johnny and Mo don't either.
No. At least Theo doesn't. Mo might.
Good to know. Yep. To bed.
Yep.
So the night passes. And as morning comes, the diviner has not regained consciousness.
Smack, smack, smack.
Hit that long rest button.
That's
It
right.
does not work.
Hmm.
You know, I forgot Peyton said smack, smack, smack was smack. I'm like, oh god, the long rest button doesn't work.
It seems like it's time for more drastic measures. I give him a big one. I'm assuming that also doesn't work.
No.
Well,
It's very
Keep it good.
satisfying. It's been quite a long time since you've been able to do that, but it doesn't do anything to him.
Just we need to work that out of my system.
we should take
All
him to
right.
the other mages. They always know what to do.
Why the fuck are you in my room? How are you in my room?
Oh, I missed
Get out of my
that.
room.
I missed that.
Johnny just
Oh.
breaks the door down.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thought this was my room. My mistake.
How did you think that it was your room? I locked the door when I came in here. How are you here?
You look, there's just a gigantic hole in the wall.
Yeah, there's a perfectly Johnny-shaped hole in the wall. Not even
I've
in the
come
door,
to
the wall.
rescue you.
I was.
I have come to be a hero.
I'm. I could sense the situation needed resolving. So
I will get the party and inform them that he's not waking up.
How'd you get in my room?
I would have knocked.
I'm guessing you guys all meet back downstairs for breakfast.
Also, I don't have to be in
and
your room to
reveal
inform
that.
you that he isn't waking up. I can be outside the door.
Yell through the door.
Yeah, but if I can't see you, I can't hear
I
you.
have this unconscious guy in my room. Please come rob
Hey.
him.
Hey, dickhead isn't waking up.
I
If he
guess,
doesn't wake up soon, I'm gonna try the bear trap.
no,
I
just
use proximity chat, so if I can't see you, I actually can't hear you at all.
That is entirely based upon the game that the proximity chat is in.
Yep. Playing D&D, Peyton.
You're half
Oh, weird,
ogre.
dude.
Proximity chat is based off League of Legends.
Uh-huh.
The fuck?
All right. Fine. I go
do
to
you
your
want me
room.
to? Do you want me to carry him to the place?
I mean, if you don't want me to drag him,
Yeah, you're not dragging him.
then it sounds like you're carrying him. I'm
I
glad
can
we've
carry
come to a reasonable conclusion.
I'm right
It's just-
here. I can
Not
carry him.
you.
What? What do you mean I'm not here?
Okay, I thought you meant you need to be carried, like we were talking about you. My bad,
No, like I could carry him. Look, big and strong.
Johnny. You know I'm stronger than you, right?
Yeah, but I'm a hero. Heroes carry things.
Johnny.
All right, you may carry him.
But it was like, hey, wait a minute. So, are you guys collecting the unconscious Wosen and bringing him somewhere?
Yeah. To the,
Yes, I believe we're bringing him to Halvin.
Oh.
All right. Yep. So,
We'll see if he knows for the magical effect, and if he doesn't, we'll bring him to the next best thing, a doctor.
We'll bring him to the next best thing, a
those
grave.
do exist here. There's
Preferably an
actually a
unmarked
fairly
one.
high number of them here. Third most for most places. So,
Yeah,
you guys
Doc-
arrive at Halvin's home once again.
Knock, knock,
Here.
knock.
Here we are once again.
Mhm.
We're not torn into pieces.
As before, the door opens to reveal the massive snake, who seems to just kind of stare at all you guys. If anything, it looks
Okay.
annoyed.
You didn't give us the time to meet. We were told to come back tomorrow. We're here.
And also, this guy's still zonked out.
Snake's head just looks over at the diviner. And if it had shoulders, it would shrug. It doesn't have them, so it just says the word shrug instead. And then slithers further inside.
Start heading in.
Well, did it invite us in?
No. Surprisingly
assuming-
not, as it hasn't. It actually hasn't said anything,
Mm.
I think
other
we
than,
might
of course, shrug.
I think we might want to come back later,
It just says
guys.
the word.
They like close the door before we
Nope.
head back in.
The door's still open.
Look,
Just step in.
Kiko winces as you like cross the threshold of the doorway.
Snake doesn't like
Mo's
whip
not
around and
fire.
attack you.
Well, Mo doesn't seem any worse for wear, and I'm going to enter and start following the snake.
All right.
Well, all right.
So, you want to follow the snake inside?
Seems like that's the game plan.
All right. So, you follow it back, and for the first time, you're led into a room that isn't the forest. It is just a fairly ordinary looking study.
Halvan's on the shitter, and the snake just leads us to him.
It looks like, bro, what the fuck? Really? Really? We're doing this now? Yeah? Yeah, you want to fucking throw hands right now? I'll do it. I'll fucking break your nose.
Yep. He's sitting in a very uncomfortable looking wooden chair, just kind of flipping through one of the few tomes that he has in this room. It has enough space for like about, I'd guess, like hundreds of books. Like the walls are covered in bookcases in this tiny little room, but he only has a handful.
What a
We're
scrub.
back.
So, we've come back already.
Well, we
Yeah,
didn't set
mostly
time.
because this guy's still unconscious. I don't know if that's normal.
That most likely is not, but I'm no diviner. My guess is it is a negative effect from casting such a potent effect on the night of its moon.
What he gave up was his consciousness.
I doubt that.
Yeah.
It seems like one of the things that it would be very hard to consciously give up. Regardless, he closes the book and sets it down on a table that just kind of walks over to him and then just kind of sets itself down so the book can be placed on it. Tell me, what was your dream like? I want to see how closely it mirrors mine.
I'll describe the dream as detailedly as I can.
I will add in anything they appear to have missed. Or that was present in my dream that they did not mention.
I mean, all of your dreams are the same, so
Well, yeah.
at least as far as you could tell.
But I'm sure we didn't all remember it precisely. Some of us probably remembered other parts of it better than each other.
dinosaurs.
See?
That wasn't there. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Mo just thinks we're talking about what dreams we've been having recently.
Yep.
I dreamed I was a dinosaur.
What is that?
And I was sailing.
Oh my god. A boat dinosaur.
I dreamed I was Inspector Gadget. It was sick.
Go gadget dinosaur limbs.
The best part?
Go Gadget murder.
Oh god.
So, yep, he listens to you guys, nods at a couple of the points. I am quite concerned, but unfortunately, the diviner only gave me more questions. If I could find who it was referencing, it would be fairly easy. I could just kill them, as that would hopefully remove the major aspect.
Just
of
raise an
whatever
eyebrow.
is
I
planning.
could kill them.
I suppose since you've all had the same dream, can you think of such a person?
Someone that was recently touched by the cursed moon?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It was
Well,
that cook guy.
Yeah, Sergeant Cook.
Sergeant Cook. Who exactly is that? And where are they?
So he was a sergeant for what place was he a sergeant for again?
Thaltis.
For
Yeah,
for the
Thaltis.
nation of Thaltis. He is more specifically one of the Veils. They're kind of like scouting force.
Yeah, informative of that.
Mhm.
We found a weird. We were hired to deal with a bunch of cultists in a cave, and down in there was a weird artifact. And some people side eye at Johnny and Mo, decide they wanted to fuck with it, and he helped them attempt to move it, and was hit by a lot of magic, and was cursed. Do we know where he's going? I know
He just
heading
kind of
south.
looks at you. What do you mean he was cursed? That's not how it works.
Well,
He didn't go out in the moonlight?
no.
I think
There
there
was
was like a
this, like-
blast of light, right? And then he got at the end of it, he was cursed as though he'd been hit by moonlight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was a like blast of light, and then at the end of it, he was cursed as though he'd been hit by the moon.
He goes and just kind of points at one of the other books, and the shelf just kind of grows it out to him. And he plucks it off of it. I've never heard of such a thing. We'll
Well,
need to
now
do
you
more
have.
research. Thank you for this information.
I think he was headed to the colony, right?
That's the last time you heard from him, yeah.
Inform him of
At
that
least
as
that
well.
was his plan, anyway.
Yeah.
'Cause he liked apparently how you spoke of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's also good to know. Well, if you'd like another job, I can hire you to go collect him for me. So I can discuss this whole prophecy business.
I don't know if you've ever been there, but the colony isn't exactly a small place to search. Not to mention, we don't really know if he's there yet.
Well, then you might be able to beat him to the coast. He's most likely headed to one of the nearby towns. Well, fishing village, I suppose, to grab a boat. Unless he's willing to move all the way to the capital and grab a boat there. Regardless, would you be interested in gaining a little more cash rather than just paying back your debt?
I'd be willing to go home for a bit.
I have a question.
All right.
Because I had this dream, does this mean that I'm somehow involved in this?
I'm unsure.
Not
That
too
would
keen.
require asking the fates once again. I'm not sure why I had it. I'm not sure if anyone else has. I didn't know anyone else had it until you spoke to me and told me. True, I am a powerful magic user, and I've sacrificed quite a lot over the years, so perhaps I just happened to get hit by it at the same time. But I'm unsure what caused it. Again, I'm a mage of nature and a healer, not a magical researcher of any sort. So, I can't answer your question with any degree of certainty, unfortunately. It's certainly possible. It's also just a fluke. Either is equally possible from what I know.
I see.
He sets the book back on the thing, still hanging in the air from the branch, and as it grows back to the thing. I have a lot of research, it seems. I was just getting used to being retired. Well, before I go do that, how about it? Interested in going and being bounty hunters for me? I can always hire someone else, so don't feel obliged.
Eh, I've had some experience in the area, and I wouldn't be opposed to going home for a bit.
He nods.
It aligns with heroism for now, and so I shall take up this task.
He stands from his chair and starts to walk toward the door. Do you require funds so that you may buy a passage towards this colony?
How much is a ship from here to the colony?
I mean, it's not too far from here.
I mean, I haven't made the trip before, so I would have a vague idea at least.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be cheaper to go from Catharsis, because it's like just next door.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. They have ship travel, I think, in the player's handbook, right?
I believe they have ship speed. I don't know if they have.
Let me see.
I'm afraid that is something I do not know at all.
Oh.
Services? Ship's passage, 1 silver piece per mile.
Per mile.
It's a lot closer than it would look on the map. Because that stretch of ocean is actually pretty close.
I will say I'm not in a rush to meet the Cathars. Is that what the plural is?
That's to the north. You guys are heading west to the colony, or east to the colony.
Oh, I thought
That's
we
the
were
land of
Yeah.
that's the land of the Greenskins, as well as the colony.
Okay.
And the mountain dwarves come from the same place,
Yeah,
but they
I
are
know.
rarer to find.
I thought we had played with the idea of where to launch from.
Well, I imagine we're going to launch from here because I'll be faster.
Yeah,
That'd be my assumption, at least.
Yeah, if there are ships that are
Catharans,
that
yeah,
way,
aren't
we could
pleasant.
pass
So,
them on.
but that is the closest location to the colony.
Well, we
I'm
need
gonna
to
say
find
from
horses.
Catharsis it would be like 5 gold. From here, it's closer to 15
Well, how big of a town
per
/
ticket.
city are we in?
I mean, it's not too small, but
Okay.
I think this is like kind of a small. It's a large, medium town to very small city.
Well, need to check by the docks to see if there are any ships already heading at that direction. See if we can book passage.
The main problem is this isn't a port town.
Ah,
You're still inland.
for some reason I thought there were docks. Maybe I'm crazy.
Yeah, not quite.
No, not in this city.
I thought that's where I had that run-in with those two goblins in Croker. It was like by the docks or something.
There are
Well,
warehouses.
like
But,
a
Oh,
mystery
that
likely.
must be what I was thinking of.
yeah.
So I'll inform the rest of the party the rough estimate of the price, and so that I at least can pay for myself,
What was the rough estimate exactly?
like 15 gold pieces.
Yep,
Yeah,
15 gold pieces.
I can pay for myself.
Yeah.
To be
same.
fair, it could be cheaper if you were willing to do work on the ship.
It could be more.
It could indeed. 15 gold pieces is kind of like the baseline for congrats, you have a hole in the wall for a cabin.
Yeah, well, I like holes in the wall.
It's not
I
a
will
captain's room.
How much we are going to be paid for this bounty hunting trip?
Exposure.
I'll give you a
Well,
shout out.
of course, you will hopefully be saving a great number of people. But I suppose if you need a monetary value, just kind of thinks, would, let's say, 20,000 gold between you sound correct?
Yeah, all right.
I want to make it very obvious that this is a very important task for me.
Sure. I'll
Well,
take that deal.
anyone else? Or are you speaking for the rest?
No, I'm
There are their own people.
definitely,
Speaks for me.
Okay.
I'm definitely okay with that. I'm more interested in the helping people part.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have to buy bullets.
Unfortunately, I'm not sure what people they're relating, but I'm very hopeful it's not what I'm thinking it is.
Well, then let's just work off the assumption that it isn't for now.
What are you thinking it is exactly?
Probably the end of the world.
Well, I'm not exactly sure what such an arcane might would do. At least I'm assuming it's an arcane spell of some form. But the only people of the gods I can think of would be here. And I would much rather have my home not be erased from existence, or at least it's a people. Regardless, thank you for your help.
Yes.
I'm sure you have plenty of time to make up to catch him.
Indeed.
And he starts to walk out the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna start trying to figure out what the fastest path to a port city is. Not necessarily city, but a port area somewhere I can fucking
Yeah.
get a ship.
I don't think I have anything to take care of before heading out. So I'll stick with Gevi, I guess.
Yeah, if
I'm-
he,
I
if
mean,
he
I'm
paid
just.
us ahead of time, we could buy our own ship.
That's true.
His snake does hiss at him as he's like about to walk out the like a few steps away from the door, I guess. He turns around. Oh, right. And he turns around and pulls a small bag of gold pieces out of the one of the many drawers in the room and just kind of tosses it to your group in general. To whoever catches it. And if you don't, it just hits the floor and jingles.
I probably won't catch it.
That is payment for collecting my diviner as well. I figured you need something after what you went through.
Thanks a lot. And I will start dividing up as I walk.
As for what you want to do with him, well, I suppose leave him here and I'll see if I can break him out of his fugue.
If you do, he came from the college down that way.
So,
Ugh,
this isn't something a
very
doctor
neat.
could help with, right? Because that's where I was going to bring him next.
I am unsure, but I would assume that it's not.
Well, why don't we bring him back to the Mages College? They may have more experience with the repercussions of magic sacrifices.
It's possible, indeed. Though I believe they don't have anyone who's a healer there.
Hmm.
If I recall, it's an illusionist and an evoker. Yes, something along those lines.
Well, if you think that you can get him out of this, I'm willing to leave him here.
If I can't, I'll find someone who can.
All right.
It's not your problem anymore. Don't worry about him.
Well,
It was, in fact, their problem.
yeah, actually.
He becomes the BBEG, or as I call it, the B-bag.
Beg.
The bag.
Yeah.
We left you with someone who could help us more than
Beg.
we ever could. Yeah, but you left though.
You were supposed to wait and watch to
You
make sure it went well.
So,
All right.
Yep. You guys go back outside.
Well, that didn't answer any questions, really.
The bag, by the way, has 20 gold pieces in it.
All right, divide that up. I mean, it did answer questions, just with more
Well,
questions.
It
The
didn't
worst
answer
thing
the
answer
question I was hoping for.
Well,
What do you all think?
I think that your life is your own.
Oh, don't give me that crap. Surely you have opinions on the matter.
Oh, I was gonna get to them. Your life is your own. I think that there's, probably a 70-30 that if you leave, something terrible will happen to you because you're intrinsically connected to this. But, the 70-30 is your choice as to whether or not you want to take that risk.
What about you, Frog? Do you know anything about this?
It just
Start
kind of
plotting, of course.
quietly, it just quietly says, "You're being watched."
That's really not.
Mo
It's
just
said that over and over
dead-eyed
again.
looking at you.
Does me being watched have something to do with the dream we all had?
I learned this stare from the abyss.
What are dreams?
Kirby.
The vision. We all had a vision. The same vision.
Just kind of rolls its eyes. You have vision.
No, like an omen.
Omens are for mortals.
I'm immortal. I'm among them.
Omens exist. They aren't connected. They just be.
That I didn't ask what these omens were because they were all. It's all the same omen to a bunch of people. There's the connection.
We could ask Mother.
Oh, that's a good idea. Can you help me find her?
It just nods, and for the first time in like at least days, it hops off your shoulder and starts slowly hopping away from you.
Alright, I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. Where should we meet up?
We could meet back at the inn.
Sure. Anyway, I'll be back. Wait for me, Mr. Frog.
I'm back.
I mean, it's very small. It is not hopping very fast.
Yeah,
What's
sorry.
happening?
I'm running away with the frog.
You're
I mean, if
what?
it gets like more than 10 feet away from you, it like stops to turn around and make sure you're still following it. So it is not very fast. It's
So
making
why are
sure
you
you're
following the frog?
I've activated the side quest Frog Follow.
Should we be following with you?
I don't need to. It's all good.
I'm just gonna shrug and head over.
I'm gonna go meet his
They're
parents.
going to go meet the creature that did not like you. So,
Can I shoot?
what
a
are the
creature
rest of
that-
you doing? Just heading to the inn to have breakfast, or
That's what I'm doing.
I am trying to find the fastest path to a town with a port. So I'm trying
You want to go
plan
buy a
that.
map then?
Yeah, I'll go buy a map.
But I will be right back.
How detailed a map do you want? Because there's definitely a cartographer that lives here. Because they have like the general world map you can buy in pretty much any any
I probably
Freaking
already
heck.
have a general world map.
yeah, but the general world map only shows the capitals, and that's literally it.
Oh, so the one I already have. Cool. I'm just going to ask him for a map that will let me see where the nearest town with a port that can get us to the colony is.
All right.
I'm very singular in my goal.
This guy is the guy you're buying it from is a human with very tan skin. He doesn't look like a moon, one of the moon cultists.
That's good.
He nods. That would be the one for the moon area, yeah? Just this. He rolls out a small map that just shows the not the local area, but the nation of the 10 followers.
I mean, does it appear to have what I need on it?
Yep. You can see just looking at it that there is a like it's a larger settlement. It's hard to tell on the map because they're not like explicitly marked for how big they are, besides of course the capital. But there is a larger dot near the water that has a road leading to it.
Now, here's a point where if I'm a dickhead, I just leave. How much?
For such a detailed map, I could part with it for a small number of gold pieces. What's your offer? It is a very precious map, yes?
I mean, how much would I think that this would actually be worth?
Well, the crappy normal maps are gold.
A gold.
This is at least more detailed. It has the city locations, and it does have the like forests and cliffs and that sort of stuff.
I'll offer him 3. Guess that was low ball.
He thinks about it for a moment. I would say it's a little more than that, yes. It is a very good map. How about 5 gold pieces? Yes.
How about 4? And I really don't need it because I've already gotten the information I needed, so I could just walk out. So the fact that I'm buying it is already.
Suppose I could live with 4, yes.
Yeah.
He carefully rolls up the map, and you see him like marking that point of knowledge in the back of his head somewhere. But takes your gold and hands you the map with its case.
All right.
So, yep, you now have a map of the 10 followers.
Map of 10 followers.
Probably should call it by what it's actually called, but
Yeah, it's fine.
so
Just the fact that he showed it to me, I'm like, man, I could just leave right now, and there's nothing you can do to stop me.
yeah.
But yeah. All right.
So, meantime, you're following a frog through the streets.
Correct, Aroni.
It
I'm
is
also
not very
wondering when-
fast.
I'm also wondering when my life got so weird.
No.
You know, if I picked you up, could you just like guide me there without? Because we could travel much faster.
It pauses for a moment. But you don't see.
But you could be my eyes, right? You could say like, "Oh, go this way. Turn left, turn right."
Not when we touch. No.
All right. Well, keep leading the way then.
Yep. So, about another half an hour later, you finally make it to one of the many little manholes that are set up through the city. You've passed like 2 or 3 on the way here that it apparently just didn't like for whatever reason.
Yeah, those ones sucked. I agree.
Of course, it just answers with its you can't see if you ask it why those ones aren't good enough. So
Nah, I figure it's got its methods.
you're able to yank the cover up all by yourself because you're strong. And it just jumps in. You see it just kind of swimming around in the water beneath.
Yeah, I mean, I'll hop down too.
Splash down into the water. Into the darkness of the manhole cover, which there's two directions, but it just kind of starts swimming away in one of them.
I mean, I presume it's dark down here, so I will light a torch if I can't see.
Yeah. The light only really comes in through the manhole cover. There isn't like little holes in the street, so at least not to this pipe. So
I'll light a torch and follow it.
you follow it through the twisting tunnels and eventually arrive in a like kind of end point, a tank of some sort, you'd assume. And the frog stops there. And then you hear the familiar voice of that creature that brought you down here the first time a few days ago.
Mm-hmm.
You've returned.
Yeah, I had some questions.
Ah, I've missed you for so long.
It's
No
only been a
one's
couple
been
days.
foolish enough to come down.
Well, desperate times call for desperate measures, right?
I have answers. You have questions. What
Yes.
shall you give me for such things?
I don't like where this is going.
It's only fair.
What kind of things do you want?
Well, what sort of things do you offer?
Well, I'm not offering any like part of myself or anything. Those like sacrifices for magic. I'm not doing anything like that.
Just kind of makes a splashing sound. I don't need any part of you. If I wanted that, it would be easy to take it.
Oh, that's a
What do you
pleasant
offer?
thought. I don't really know what kind of things you like. I'm not really the type of person that has much. I'll pull the flute. I could play you some music. I remember when we first met, you were playing music.
I do so enjoy new tunes.
I'm not that good at it, but I can play you a little bit.
Play. If I enjoy it, then I will accept it as payment for questions.
Well, here's hoping. I'm not really gonna hold out too much of that though. I don't have the flute in here as a thing. I am proficient with it though, so I'm just gonna. It's just charisma based with proficiency, I presume, to play it.
Yep, exactly.
Alright, so that is a +2 because I got a negative on the charisma. Error, the dice roll d20 +2 is not. What?
Just roll
Alright.
/R +2.
Slash roll a d20 does not produce a numeric outcome. What?
What the hell does that mean?
Alright, better idea. Add
Well-
three to this charisma check. It's an 11. Right,
Oh,
sorry,
right.
yeah, add 3 because I have the
Yep,
negative.
you got it. Well, I mean, you play. It's not the best, but a middling bard could probably pull off about as well. What kind of tune do you play in particular, or try? I suppose
What kind of music was she playing when I first encountered her?
it wasn't a song that you've heard very often,
But
but you've heard taverns of this area seem to be playing that sort of music. Is what you'd estimate.
because I'll play something like kind of similar to that style of music, but like a little bit more on the somber side, we'll say.
All right. So you play for a minute or so, and then eventually she speaks up to stop you. Well, it's not beautiful, but I'll accept it.
That's very kind of you.
Ask a question.
So I'll start by like explaining that we've all had the same dream. And I was just kind of wondering, does that, and then we talked to this diviner and he was like, yep, it's the start of something big. So because I had a dream that mentioned the beginning, does that mean like I'm tied by fate and involved in it now?
Fate, it's such a fickle thing. It looks and sometimes ignores. You, as my child has told you, have quite the gaze on you.
Yeah, I gathered that.
However, you are merely at the edge of its gaze, still within its great sight, but not directly looked upon. You are near, but not on.
So if what you're saying is effectively if I leave now, I'd be more or less okay? But my friends are about to be in the dead
She just
center
looks
of
at
it.
you. That sounds like another question.
You're right, it is.
Another
Totally right.
question requires another payment, as is only fair.
Well, let's see what I can muster up. I don't really have much exciting on me. I forget, ooh, I'll pull out the weird face gem that I have from the bottom of that ghost grave. I have this. Look, it's like
You
it's
see
a
her
gem.
eyes just grow wide. I cannot accept that.
Oh, sorry. Did I offend you? I'll put it away.
You bring a cursed thing,
It's cursed? Oh, Jesus, I don't want this. Wait, it doesn't
not
do anything, though.
mortally cursed, motherly cursed.
Hmm.
It would bring bad luck to bring eyes of the mother here.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to go, like, put it back a ways before we finish this conversation?
Put it back in your pockets, your bags.
I put it in my bag. Sorry.
She seems to relax again after it's put back into its bag. Even just covered seems to make her relax more.
No, I forget. Did you guys tell me that, the sword has a demon in it?
I'm trying to think. Has Johnny mentioned that? He's mentioned there's something with the sword, but I don't remember if he's mentioned in particular it's a demon.
I thought he did, but I might be misremembering.
Lumpy, do you remember? Or does Hayden or Theo remember? I want to say yes, but I don't remember for certain.
I at least don't remember me being informed that there was a demon.
Oh,
Have you mentioned that, Johnny? And Theo's just not remembering.
Yeah,
A
big
demon.
idiot Theo.
Plus, it's Mo, so Mo could definitely have missed that particular
I
part of the
realized-
conversation.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah, I remember him mentioning it. I don't remember if Oyeko was there to remember it, but we'll say for the sake of it, yes, Oyeko does know, just to make
Okay.
it easy because I don't remember.
Well, I do know, like, where another demon is. I don't know if you care about that.
yeah, that was the spooky one, the one that tried to scare us, right?
Yeah, it went boo.
No, I'm talking about the one in the sword.
Oh yeah,
He's talking to the water one, but
Yeah, we're not
He is
talking about the
talking about-
Grove one right now.
okay.
Yeah.
I
the
wouldn't
one
need
that's
to ask
attached to your sword, your lightning ooze sword thing.
I don't know if I know it's a demon.
It admitted
I think
it was
it
a demon
like
too.
directly told you. Yeah.
Oh,
In fact, it was quite proud of that fact.
I'm pretty sure we learned that
Yeah.
it was a demon, and also that you hate it because it was willing to give up like its brothers and sisters, and you're like, wow,
Mhm.
giving up your family is pretty fucking lame.
Regardless, yeah, she just kind of flips her hair. And the water behind her just kind of makes a splash as if something falls in it. There are many demons. What should I care if one of my kin has been seen?
Well, I just didn't know if you were interested. I have this.
Her eyes kind of like look at you sideways. Well, what kind?
I'm not sure, but it's trapped in a sword.
She just kind of lets out a haughty laugh. Ah, one of those demons. Foolish ones that have gotten themselves locked away. Good. Keep it there. That's what they shall remain until the end of time. As everything should be. Fools.
Huh.
It is an
Uh,
interesting tidbit, however, that you have met one of my foolish kin. I shall answer your question. Remind me what you asked, because she remembers I don't.
It was essentially like, so I could leave and be safe, but then like my friends would be dead in the gaze of fate
Yeah,
and in
okay.
danger.
Should you stray away from the others, you shall live without issue. Without, at least from that particular gaze. As for the others, I'm unsure. But I do not believe there's a link. The gaze is set upon another.
Hmm.
Though who I cannot say.
Well, this is kind of answers, I guess.
It just gives you a very sly smile. If you came seeking answers from a demon, you're looking in the wrong place. For you shall only get riddles here.
Yeah, I'm not very good at riddles.
Mortals never are. That's what makes you so fun.
Hmm.
Is there more? Have we
No,
finished our little game?
I think we've more or less finished. I don't really know what else to ask.
Then be gone. I have other things to do.
Hey, thank you for answering them.
I only answer, and I only allow you to leave here without trouble because my child has taken a liking to you. I do not know why, but I trust its judgment. My children are wise beyond their size.
I believe it. And I want you to know it does take after you. Anything I ask, it's just only a riddle. Never anything I ever understand.
Of course. It is as they should be. And with that, she just kind of vanishes back into the water.
I'll come on, buddy.
Yep. It swims after you and hops back up to your shoulder.
And I will go and clamber out the same way I came in.
Yep. You make it back out and are able to rejoin the party at the bar, I would assume, because that's where your guys' destination was after the map.
Yeah, that's where I'll head.
Sounds about right.
Is that where Guve, Mo, and Johnny were headed after that?
Yeah, that's where I'd head.
All right. So, yeah. You guys are eating breakfast by the time that Oyeko strolls back in, half
Yeah.
soaked.
What's in the breakfast?
She's alive.
Today's breakfast is fairly dull. It's just a kind of thick porridge with some extra fruit bits thrown in.
Oh, what kind of fruit?
It's some sort of tangy fruit. You haven't had it before.
Is it citrus?
No,
Okay, good.
it's something dark.
I'm waiting for one of these days you to say
Dark
yes.
citrus.
And then I have to start making con saves.
I forgot that. You're not going to like the new world. Guess what
Johnny, you're
grows
gonna
in
love
the
the
New
cuisine in
World.
the Colin.
The hero gets
Johnny fucking dies.
dies to food allergies.
You're like, what is this big orange thing? It's an
Oh, yeah,
orange.
you would call that an orange. Well, that's not very creative.
What does it
Yeah,
taste
well, you're
like?
dead. Fuck you.
Tastes
So,
like
yeah.
dying.
Why does it taste like I'm choking to
I
death?
said it was fruit, and then you said it was tangy, and I was like, oh no, this is it.
No, it's not citrus.
Johnny sees the end approaching. It's very funny.
So, yep, the party is reunited.
Ooh.
Well, I didn't really get any solid answers. Good news though, fate's looking at not us. It's that we're in the side of it.
Ah. So we're just on, what, like the periphery of fate?
Yeah, but I think if we keep doing this, then we are in fate's gaze.
Ah.
Which means
Well-
if I don't come with you, I will deftly avoid it. But
Well, I guess if you want to do that, you
but
can.
that kind of screws you guys over, right?
I mean,
Like I said,
in so many words.
I like you too. I don't want to. Like this is going to be super dangerous, right?
Oh, definitely. 150%. We're all probably going to die. But that's, neither
Yeah,
here nor there.
she winces when you say that.
As a note, Gouvet sounds entirely unconcerned when saying we're all probably going to die. Like it's just a foregone conclusion.
Like morally, I don't want to travel with Johnny, but like surely ignoring the end of the world is worse than that, right?
I mean, well, let's see. One is traveling with someone who you find abhorrent, and one is, in theory, abandoning people, a significant number of people, to an awful death. So
Heroism.
I'm
is
going to be honest.
aside.
Morally, I think one of these stands head and shoulders above the other.
Yeah, I know.
Heroism is putting yourself aside for the sake of the many.
Johnny, that is bold coming from you, given that you are quite possibly the most selfish man I have ever met.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All of a
Well, I
sudden,
do.
Yeko's decision was made slightly easier.
It's just like I really do loathe that man.
I mean, you could think of it like I do, which is he's probably more dangerous left alone. And I mean, I'm not like, it's not like I'm willing to murder him outright or anything. So, kind of the only option, in my opinion.
I guess.
Sometimes heroes just die.
Okay, Mo, what the hell?
Mo slowly starts drawing a dagger. Oh, I guess I won't have to murder him. Quote Mo, oh, I'll take one for the team on this one. Don't worry, guys.
Johnny comes crawling to her in need, and she mercy kills him like she did her husband.
Quote Mo,
Sometimes hero just die.
you see, accidents happen, you know. Heroes are in a very dangerous business. And these
As he
accidents, they happen.
He draws a citrus out of a dagger sheath.
I can't wait to fucking poison Johnny with grapefruit.
Squishes the orange wedge against me.
He's gonna get a lethal dose of lemonade.
It's got a hilt and everything.
All right, I guess I should probably stick around for now.
I mean, worst comes to worst, you can always, like abandon us in our time of need or something. That'd be pretty. That's a possibility.
Yeah, maybe this is something overblown, but if it is the end of the world, I kind of have to stick with it, right?
I mean, yeah, you come this far.
This
Might as well
isn't
go
very,
all in.
this really isn't that far. We've only been traveling together for like a few weeks.
Yeah, we've kind of had that weird synchronized dream. Most people never have that, so I'd argue that I think time isn't the
That's
really
fair.
important thing in this case. It's more of the events that have happened. Also,
I
we kind of
mentioned-
met a beholder and lived. Not a lot of people can claim that either.
Have I mentioned
So-
that I hate magic?
Yeah, a couple times.
Do
Maybe
you see
once or
why?
twice. No, I get it. I never once didn't understand why you hate magic.
Was just sitting there uncomfortably looking at the table.
Don't worry, Mo. You're so great.
Just the magician.
Man, magic really, really sucks.
I like
Yeah.
God, I just thought of a fucking Oyako finds just like a street magician that performs just doing like sleight of hand, like, oh, that bitch.
Quote, oh yeah, those mages, they're pretty awful.
Yeah, I hate those guys.
Just steadily getting more and more visibly upset.
Is it hot in here?
Oh my god,
Why are my eyes watering so much, guys?
it's
That's weird.
killing Theo in real life. All right, so where are we going anyway? I don't think I've ever been to the colony.
I haven't either.
Yeah, I've been there before, maybe once or twice.
What's
Yeah,
it
just a couple times, you know.
Yeah, I think God, we don't really know where he's going. But I remember telling him like, "Hey, if you go there, you can meet my family."
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
you told them about
Oh, and
About there.
yeah, so maybe we go there. This
Hey,
is
end of the
definitely
world. Could you just go and hang out with my family? You know,
well. At the time,
They're
I didn't
nice
know he was
people.
the end of the world. At the time, he was just a chill guy who got in a really bad situation due to some fucking party members making terrible choices. I felt bad for him. What do you want from me?
Yeah, the dude got screwed over by a bunch of fucking magicians.
Yeah.
That was a really
So,
funny session though, where it's just like he was doing that, and me and Guve were just like literally as far away as possible, just like watching.
I don't even think I was in the room anymore. I went to the entrance of the room and was
Yep.
like, "Yeah, I'll be over here."
And then bad things.
Yeah, and then bad things happen. It's like, oh, who could have fucking seen that one coming? I need to remember what fucking is it here? Nope, that's not the right one. I need to find my backstory fucking document so I can figure out where in the hell my family is.
I remember it has an interesting name, but yeah, you'll have
It
to.
was either
find it.
Lexington or Concord or something similar because it was all just fucking Revolutionary War is what it was.
Yep.
But we can start hanging that direction.
Yep. Saw the majority of this day, so it's gonna take you about probably a good 5 days to get there.
Mhm. Oh, this is where I had my notes as well. Forgot about that.
Good to know.
Yeah.
So, yep. Are you guys just gonna head out like basically right now?
Yeah, I'm up to it. It's still pretty early in the day.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else I need to really do.
I mean, it's probably like 8:30, 9 o'clock or so.
Yeah, Concord. Like Lexington was my hometown that got burned down.
Hmm.
Does this
What
town
was it,
have
Theo?
a, armorer of some sort?
They have a whole bunch of blacksmiths, so yeah.
I'd like to go buy some studded leather armor.
All right. Do you have like a particular shop in mind, or are you just kind of?
If we're leaving, we won't have time for studded leather armor to be made anyway.
Unless they have some for your size, and that's unlikely, unfortunately.
So never mind.
Okay. Besides the fact that it's some chance that no one's working this week unless they're like really behind on orders.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd walk in and you're just like, hey, can I have this made? And they're like, sure, come back in like 5 days. So, yep. You guys head out of town on the path leading to the east.
To the east.
The road will eventually turn up to the northeast to actually kind of hit that like bend in the inland. Because you guys are
Oh.
kind of like between where that triangle is and the actual like thing, the actual capital of this area. So you need to like bend up,
Mm-hmm.
at least to the nearest settlement with a like not a fishing village.
Yeah, an actual
Mm.
place where we can book passage.
Yep. Let me get a name for that place because on the map it will have it marked. It won't just have a dot. Hmm. I don't have like a preset list, so I'm just trying to think of what I want to do.
Yeah.
So I have, what is this? Magical guide on place names or something like that. So it's a whole bunch of names based on like different things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure, that'll work. Well, Theo is gone. Here, just so I can have it down. Yeah. Oh, I just saw it. Where the hell did it go? Oh, actually, that makes more sense. Yeah, let's do that. How about? All right, this is the name. High East. Yep. Which, based on the dot, is like larger than a village. So hopefully, at least they'll have a dock big enough to have like an actual sailing ship and not just fishing boats.
No.
Yep. There are others down the coast, but that's at least the nearest one. That's about 5 days off. So, yeah, do you guys walk for today? I'm guessing with your usual watch pattern of you doing most of it with Oyeko helping out for the actual group.
Sounds good.
That's how we've been doing it.
Yeah, we've got a rhythm.
I mean, that sounds right to me. I mean, Johnny can help. Just don't assign Mo to do anything that requires eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Well, you just keep walking. Just keep walking and make sure you don't lose whoever is in front of you, okay?
Yep.
All right.
So,
I have
first
done
day
nothing to lose
is,
who is in front of me.
I mean, unless you're actively talking with farmers and traders and that sort of people, it's pretty quiet. You're not attacked by bandits. The weather's nice. I mean, it's still fairly early in the year, so I guess it's kind of cold, but it's like early springtime. So, but otherwise, it's good. A nice brisk morning.
Nice.
So, the night falls.
And how far out is the cursed moon, days wise?
3 days, and that's if the cursed moon comes up.
Yeah, it's either
Because
the moon
it's a
that curses you
50-50
or the
every
moon
time.
that gets rid of all of magic.
Yep, the dull moon.
I like that one.
Yep, and yeah, for the last 3 days, it is a random chance, but only one of them can come up.
Yep.
And tonight, Parlak has once again risen in the sky, along with
The Parlax Sid. Oh wait, no.
Slolak and
Come on, that's funny.
Phalak. So the moons of, silver, blue, and black. Which creates an
Artifacts.
interesting combination. And it's three moons, the most that can ever be up at one time.
Ooh,
Oh.
got an exciting night. About to get
Yeah.
jumped by a bunch of wizards.
We have improved! Die, scum!
A bandit group that just has a bunch of like specialty wizards. They send them out only when the moon's right.
I mean, it's a good idea. It's when they're the most potent.
Go, go, go.
Alternatively,
gr-
there would actually probably be bandit groups that go out specifically on the dull moon night because we just can't fight back as well. So, yeah. You guys set your watches. I'll just skip it forward as nothing happens. It's still too populated in this area, and you're not that far away from a major settlement. So,
Mhm.
luckily, no bandits are stupid enough, and the monsters have mostly been fought off. With, of course, the exception of the Beholder, but the Beholder's down in his lair, so it doesn't come out to play because Beholders are very slow.
He shows up on watch 2.
Oh, you guys sure can run fast. Fucking Christ.
Just
So anyway,
slow
we're going
guys
back
runs
to my
after
place.
you.
You guys forgot your rope. You made me bring it all the way here.
Have you guys just thinking about it? Have you guys ever heard of the what is it? You like get one wish and you're basically I think if you live forever, but there's a deadly snail that if it ever
Yep,
touches you, you
the-
die.
Yup.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that.
I love
But
that.
the
And it just very
Beholder.
slowly floats after you. If I ever catch you, you're gonna die.
Well, yeah, first guy catch me, bitch.
I love how that
Yep.
one, there's always like the people who give like the serious answers, like, I would just have someone else take care of the snail, like
Yeah.
trap it forever. But then there's always the idiots like, no, the snail's too smart for that. The snail's too smart. He'd escape. He'd put
mean,
a decoy snail down.
It's as immortal as you are, so I mean, eventually it'll get out. Just because of how time works.
Eventually, the
But-
plastic will decay to such a point.
Centuries, millennia later, you're just sitting down at your place, and eventually you just see the snail crawl up onto your porch.
You're sitting down at your place
Escape.
and you just hear the door open behind you. Just, he's here. It's time.
So, yep. The next day is the day before the first day of the moon.
Guys, I'd like to travel close to a place where we could take shelter from evil death moonlight.
I checked the map.
I can make dirt cover.
There isn't any major settlements. In fact, there doesn't even look like there's any minor settlements nearby. Other than, of course, the one you came from.
Any caves or anything?
Those aren't marked on the map, unfortunately.
I can make cave.
Yep. As a note, you're unsure whether or not making the ground move will be enough.
Well, we tried for last.
Well, the
day,
rest
I
of you are. Mo is pretty sure it'll work,
ranging around.
because Mo's probably done it before, if Mo cares about the moon.
Let's start also looking around for somewhere to fucking hide out.
Yeah, this area is not very hilly or anything, so it's mostly just kind of lightly forested. There it is.
I guess while he's doing that, I'm gonna start making a small cave.
Well, no, I'm
Well,
gonna be doing that.
early,
as
it's still early in the
we-
day,
I mean,
right?
yeah, you still have to actually like move.
And even
So,
then, we have tomorrow.
We find a cave within 2 seconds of traveling. Nice! Nice! Huge!
today is actually surprisingly dry.
Sus.
Yep. And you don't see any travelers
So we're not.
at all.
We don't see any what?
No other travelers. You're the only ones.
Probably not surprising.
Given the time frame, yes. Well, I mean, there's usually some people out because, of course, people that are already marked are immune. But this area, apparently.
I'm not looking to pick that up, no sir.
but you don't want to get rid of more of your being because a freaking giant piece of rock decides to tell you that you need it.
Well, to be fair, doesn't that only affect you if you don't already have magic?
Nope, it's an extra thing.
Oh,
Yep.
damn, I'm just stupid.
It's only if you are already affected by its curse.
Ah,
If you're a
that's
magic
what it
user,
was.
you're still equally affected. It's just now you're screwed because you have to give it up twice. So you're able to kind of scout out a little bit ahead of the group and whatnot. And well, I mean, how far are you going away?
Uh,
I mean, the
I'll
road isn't
probably-
going to have any caves like directly next to it.
I'll probably max out at like mile,
Get some
half a
water
mile
really quickly.
off the road.
All right. So, I mean, yeah, you find lots of little things, like little pools and, of course, lots of trees, but no caves, unfortunately.
Mm.
The sun starts to go down. As a reminder,
Well-
it is the day before.
Yeah.
The first rising will be tomorrow. It won't rise tonight.
I actually have to fucking try.
The heck is my freaking town thing? There's like a town generator thing, and I have no freaking idea where it is. Yeah, I'll find it. So, are you guys going to like try and make a cave, or try and rove a little further as the day is about to end?
Well, today doesn't come out, right? It comes out tomorrow.
Yep. Today is the last day before the end. The last three.
Well, I say we keep moving, keep our eyes
It's
peeled.
day-
somewhere to bunker
Yeah,
down.
it's day 5 out
I'm
of
back.
the 8-day week.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the entirety of tomorrow as well.
I mean, keep moving and keep looking, and then if we don't see anything today, then start thinking about making a shelter. Unless it would take us a couple days to do that.
If Mo has the spell that I'm thinking of, it should be fairly quick.
I was just gonna dig using my.
Oh, that works too. Yep, Mo will be able to make a cave anywhere that there's dirt.
Okay.
I mean, it won't be very
Definitely
comfortable,
Does not have
but-
the spell that you're thinking of, though. Leo doesn't even know what spell you're thinking of.
I was
Primal
thinking of
Earth.
Move Earth.
Ah,
Well, there's the cantrip Move Earth too, which would work. But regardless, are you guys pushing off the path or just kind of hoping to get as far as you can?
I think it might be worth it to push off the path. Or I guess keep on. I don't know.
Wait, why would we be pushing off
push
the path again?
but also keep on the path.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what would be best.
We're gonna
There
zigzag across the path.
There is apparently a hilly area a little bit off of this trail, like off the road, but based on the map, it's a good. Yeah, you're pretty good at maps. You guess it's probably a good like 4 or 5 hours out of the way.
But that's also far more likely to have somewhere where you could,
Yep.
reliably
It's more likely
take
to have caves, existing caves anyway.
I would be up for that. I don't particularly want to take chances when it comes to being fucking giga cursed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down to go that way. It is a bit of a detour, but Mo, how often have you hid from the cursed moon in these caves you can create?
Much of my hunting life.
I don't know how long that is. And just to make sure you aren't like cursed by the cursed moon, right?
You know. None of your companions are cursed by the cursed moon.
Yeah.
As I said, it leaves a very obvious mark.
Well, so if Mo's been able to do that his whole life, we could just count on him. Like, I don't feel like he'd lie to us about that. Pranked.
No, I'm gonna go with the safer option after hearing that laugh.
Mo digs a cave deep enough for herself, but leaves just enough space so the cursed moon's light curses the rest of you. Why? I don't know. It's Mo.
Dude, if he tried to do that, I would yeet him into the moon.
After being cursed, I would lose my sense of morality and fucking kill him. I would give up all of my love for Mo. And if
And that's a
the
lot.
session would end with me fucking throttling him to death.
The first character death, Mo.
Yeah.
Reason, poor decisions.
Reason, piece of shit.
What'd be great is I'd also use the chaos to murder Johnny too.
Yeah.
The 2-for-1 special.
Mo killed him.
That's why I had to
How?
go out for
No.
Mo.
I don't
Mo
know.
died in the
You
process.
missed it while you were fighting Mo.
Mo went straight for his throat.
What, they like blast a spell behind me or something? Yeah, sure, whatever. Whatever it takes to get you to believe it.
It's a sword
Oh.
wound, though.
Stop asking questions.
Got him with a mouthful of orange slices. I don't know what's going on.
Doesn't Johnny not even know he's allergic to oranges?
Yes.
Yeah. So they wouldn't know either.
That's the tech. Oyeko needs to find out that Johnny's allergic to oranges without Johnny knowing. And then feed him a bunch of oranges.
Just have one of Johnny's freaking friends show up. Oh yeah, Johnny. He's never been able to touch those oranges.
You're Johnny. This is called a clementine.
Mm. What did
Johnny, I know you're allergic to citrus, but that's fine because this isn't citrus. This is a grapefruit. It's got grape in the name. It isn't citrus.
Oh,
And to him, then what an idiot.
I mean, it's not something you can find out, but also not something Johnny would avoid. So,
Mhm.
like,
Mm.
looks tasty.
It's feeding time.
Is this fruit edible? Yes. Oh, okay, cool.
Is this fruit poisonous? No, it shouldn't be. Are you sure?
He looks like he looks like a fucking like dead insect where they curl up on their back and like put all the limbs above.
Yeah.
So, off the path or letting Mo do his thing?
Sounds like off the path.
My
Why
only
not both?
concern with that is we're supposed to beat Cook to the place, right? Or at least catch up with them.
Yeah, but I imagine that 3 days shouldn't change that much.
I hate to tell you, but if he headed to the same place you guys are, he's already there.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, he left like a week or so ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a matter of cutting him off, more of a matter of chasing him down.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well then let's go try to find the cave.
Find cave.
We
Yep.
like caves. Well,
So-
actually I don't, but they're
Are you
better than
claustrophobic
standing
or
in the
shit?
cursed moon.
Are you guys doing that tomorrow then? Because it is still
Yeah,
the night before, and it is getting to be nighttime at this point.
yeah, I'll do it tomorrow.
You'd have to walk in the dark for like about 2, maybe 3 hours, depending on how long it takes to find a cave. But
Ugh.
yep, you guys go and set up camp for the night.
And the cursed moon comes out. God damn it!
Remember, what is your? I should just know this in case something does happen. What
On
is
first
your
watch.
So Oyeko? Isn't it Oyeko? And then is
Yeah.
it Guve and then Johnny, or is it vice
I believe that was
versa?
correct.
Yeah, I think Johnny's third.
All right.
And Mo has the most important watch of sleeping through the night.
Yep.
He keeps watching the dreams.
Keep watching those dreams, Mo.
He does. He keeps very good watch of them.
Yeah.
I don't remember my dreams.
So, you guys set up camp. And about halfway through the first watch, Oyeko, you see a fire start up a short distance away.
Like a campfire, or like
Yeah, a campfire of some sort.
how far
I
is
mean,
a short
it's-
distance away?
It's like within vision, but it's still like a good 100, 150 feet off. You can see it, but you can't really see much of the people kind of sitting near it. It's not helping that they're not really like directly next to the fire.
Yeah. I mean,
As you're watching, they go and they set up a little spit, shove 3 different pieces of meat over it, start it slowly turning.
and they're just camping for the night. I have no reason to assume that they're actually secretly murderous pieces of shit.
No, we are the secret murderous pieces of shit.
But I'll be one of us, yeah.
No, he's not
I'll
very
sorta-
secret.
I'll be kind of keeping an eye out on them, make sure they don't like try to sneak up on our camp and murder us because they are secret murderers.
Joke's on you, that was a decoy.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Yeah.
hard, as I said, it is hard to like tell who's near the fire and who's just like wandering off a little bit. Because they seem to be keeping the fire like low on purpose. Either that or they just really suck at making campfires. And it's not, well, I mean, it's pretty bright out tonight. Since it's another trio of moons tonight. All right. In this case, it is I should write down the color too. The mix of purple, blue, and once again, surprisingly, black. As Parlak, Slolak, and Chalak come up for tonight's trio.
Black is necromancy, right?
Black is abjuration.
Abjuration. Okay. What's illusion?
Illusion is Felak, which is silver. Yep. Daylak is necromancy, white. White, yeah. They share the same colors as the color of the colors of magic. Enchantment is purple, silver is illusion, necromancy is white, evocation is orange, transmutation is blue, conjuration is yellow, abjuration is black, and divination is gold. I do have these saved as part of the pinned messages. You can scroll down and see what the moons are. That's what I have to do because I can never freaking remember what order I have them in. So, yep. The rest of your watch passes uneventfully, though.
Mhm.
They don't like engage with you or anything. And after about like a couple hours, the fire that they have just kind of lowers down to cinders or embers. Blah.
After I wake Uwe up, I'll note that there were people like camping there.
All right.
Then I will promptly go to sleep.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're told that there was a nearby camp. Unknown
Set up
inhabitants.
small fires in front of our camp.
They're starting fires.
And setting up small tripwires. If they trip one, it fires the gun. It's just that one
Gun is
mascot
aimed
out
at
just a
Johnny.
revolver. Yeah. The gun is in Johnny's mouth.
Yep.
I
So-
shot back. What's going on?
We're gonna shoot you.
No, we're not going to shoot them. Whoever trips the wire will.
Mm. You are wise in the ways of science.
So Yep.
So we're being held
I'm
hostage.
completely innocent, and this will hold up in court.
Yeah,
That's
this will
right.
never go to court.
Ah, the classic I said a tripwire and someone else tripped it technique.
Yeah,
Haven't seen that since OJ.
yeah. When did ODJ use that one? The fuck?
I didn't know orange juice was so treacherous.
Yeah. Dude, that thing could kill 10 Johnnies.
Yeah. So, yep. Your watch passes on eventfully as well.
Right. Wake up, Johnny. Inform
I
him.
guess even more uneventfully just thinking about it, because Yeko at least had something happen.
Let Johnny know.
All
Take the
right.
gun out of his mouth.
Is there a torch lit or anything?
If it was, it's long since gone out. There's probably a fire, though, I'd assume.
I am a simple human man. with
I
no
stomped out the fire for my watch. Just to annoy Johnny because he'll have to relight it.
I mean, yeah, you can either relight the fire or you can light a torch for like the first hour, considering
I'm
it'll
gonna
be dark
go
from
on
the
strike.
beginning.
No, I'm going on strike. I'm not relighting it. If we die, we die.
Okay.
So you're just gonna sit in the dark.
I mean,
All right.
the moon's out, right? At least there's
Yeah.
It's not unseeable.
Yeah, it's very bright out tonight.
I'll be right back.
You know, I normally sleep on both watches, but if he doesn't light it, I'm not going to sleep on this watch.
Well, no, if someone comes in, then I get a nice silhouette. So I could see that.
Well, it's a
I'll let
pretty
it
good
go.
thing nothing happens. As it is quiet.
Why do I have a spooky D8 in my inventory?
I don't know. Why do
Mhm.
you have the spooky D8 in your inventory?
You have a D8 and it's spooky.
Oh, is it-
Oh,
It lets
I know
me
why.
breathe underwater.
Yeah, that's the yeah, the
Yes,
water
I have a
breathing.
description for it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yep. The lights come up, and the nearby camp you see has been, well, kept, apparently. There are actually a group of figures laying down there with literally no one on watch.
Johnny, I bet those guys are fucking. They hate heroes.
I mean, they're orcs, so.
They're orcs? Hold on.
Yep.
Fuck.
How many?
Johnny, it was a joke. I didn't mean it.
There are 6 of them.
How
How
quietly do I
you
think
guys? Because
I
I am
can...
also slightly racist. And I'm going to start loading my gun.
I'm back.
No, I'm
No.
not like...
They are armed, by the way. They're not like
Well,
holding them, of course, because they're
What I
all asleep.
missed.
But
Well, Johnny's
the
realizing...
camp nearby has 6 orcs sitting in it,
Oh,
or
God.
laying down in it because they're asleep.
They're all asleep, you see.
Yep.
No, but Johnny's not the murder minorities on site type racist. He's like a, keep
He's
the-
like the bait the minorities into a fight so you can then murder them and claim that you were the victim.
they couldn't control their attitudes because their kind can't do that.
Yeah.
But these guys are asleep, so I'm just gonna make sure we're keeping our inventories close in case they're
I would make sure you had a firm hold on your wallet.
Mm-hmm.
Just gotta hit that I key. Yep, everything's still in there. Good.
Locks all the doors.
Joe, because you're DM, can you like take things out of our inventory?
Yeah.
That's sick.
I mean, I'm technically able to do that in Roll20 too, but
True.
Mhm.
so I'm also able to add things to your inventory too. So
One day I'm going to look at my inventory and see
Sure.
gun and we go, what the fuck? And then my head's going to explode.
I fire my gun. What gun? What?
Yeah. What gun? I go, Mitchell.
That'll be
Fuck
the day. So
I go, Mitchell, I'm out of the campaign. I'll see you later.
yeah. The first orcs start to stir basically as your watch is ending. And just kind of roll awake. The orcs of the old world are more red-skinned than their brothers elsewhere. They're not entirely red, but it's more like I'm trying to think of a good. I don't want to use the orcs from that because it's not quite the right color. I guess they look a little more like hobgoblins are usually portrayed with that like orangey skin.
Goblins.
They look more like hobgoblins. They're very
Mitchell, you
obviously
said the
orcs.
magic word. They're gonna just murder them on the spot now.
Yeah. They also look more like pigmen than like usual orcs
Oh,
do.
like from
Men.
Minecraft.
Kind of. Yeah.
I love Minecraft.
Actually, yeah, pigmen. Yeah, a little more rust-colored pigmen is probably a good description for them.
Must be a mod.
Yep. So, yep, they stir awake.
Like the giants.
And the
that wear your
first-
armor.
The first two, get up, get their equipment all settled, make a breakfast of whatever sort of cap rations they have, and then go around kicking the other four awake before they get their camp balls broken out and continue moving.
Taking teammates awake. Take notes of that. Take notes.
Curb stomping teammates away.
So, yep. You guys are able to continue onward. I'm guessing you're going to take the detour into the hilly area.
I
Yeah.
believe that was the game plan.
All right. Yep. So, you guys move that way off the road into the
The orcs
wilds. And about like an hour or so in walking through the wilds, remind me, what is your passive perception? It's pretty good, right?
15.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is it?
16 now.
Yeah, we
Oh,
got, we got
nice. Yeah.
more proficiencies.
You notice a small pack of wolves seem to be trailing you guys, obviously hunting. Small pack being like 10.
All right.
We can take them.
Well, I guess technically it'll be, because you'll know this, it'll be something more like 8 plus the leaders, who are a little bigger and meaner than their younger cousins.
Well, let's attempt to see if I can get them to fuck off.
So are you just walking up to them as they're like stealthily following the group?
I'll like pause the group and more or less try and let them become aware that I know that they're there.
Yeah, of course you know we're here.
No, not you. The other ones.
Of course.
The other
Alright.
fucking wolves.
How
that
are you
following
doing
me
so is the question.
around. More or less just pulling them out and like yelling at them. Like,
Alright.
hey! And then trying to get one of them to come over.
Blimey,
Yes.
mate.
Oi! You can't.
All right.
You
I mean,
cheeky bitch.
they stay back for, when you point them out, very obviously not excited that they've been noticed, but not willing to give up on the hunt quite yet. But the like alpha one seems to take your call as a challenge and steps towards you, getting within like 40 feet of you.
All right. I will attempt to primeval awareness to figure out what the fuck it wants to leave us alone.
It's pretty obvious to your primeval awareness that these things are starving. You haven't
Alright.
had a good hunt in a short while, so they're looking for meals.
Can I do a just preliminary like look around for any tracks of any type? See if I can
Yeah,
at least
go ahead.
start pushing in the right
Go
direction.
ahead and roll. You're gonna notice tracks, but like regardless of what you roll, but
That's all right.
all right. You do know that there are lots of small game nearby, but there aren't any like deer or anything like that, which is kind of strange this far off the road.
All right. Second idea. Any goblins around?
Johnny's been
There is a small band that is back across the road from where you're currently standing.
I will attempt to inform them that there is much easier prey in the other direction.
I don't understand this. You're just like
Short
part
green
of it.
ones.
The alpha kind of looks at you for a moment, and it gives you the impression that the game is not quite as easy as you claim, but agrees that at least there seem to be easier than you.
Yeah. Well, that's why I said it's a easier game, not easy game.
So,
And
yep,
I'll,
it
you know what? I'll throw him a
strides
rack for
back.
the road.
All right. It snatches it from the ground and then runs back to its pack, and they wander off in that direction.
All right. Back to looking for caves.
So, you guys finally make it to the actual hilly area at around the middle morning, because you guys leave at like 8-ish. So, yeah, it's around 11-ish. Almost midday. And yeah, you've made it to a hilly area. How would you like to go about finding a cave? Just wander around until you get lucky?
I mean,
You have the
I
time
have
for
no
it.
idea how a person would actually look for a cave, but I'm going to attempt to use my general knowledge of hilly terrain to guess to where caves would likely be.
All right. Sure, go ahead and roll a survival. I'll give you advantage on it, as you are for... Nice. All right, 19. That is enough to find one in pretty short order. You wander around for like about an hour and then find an area that has a small cave in it.
I'm going to assume that it's big enough for the lot of us. Otherwise, I would have just looked at it and gone, "Oh, well, all right," and then moved on.
Well, you look in and the cave is definitely deep enough. You do hear something in the back as well.
Does it sound like something more natural or a bit more unnatural?
It sounds like snoring. Deep, sonorous snoring, which
Ah, a bear.
without any issue, yeah, you know is a bear.
So yeah, no, I get where you're going with this one, Mitchell.
Mhm.
All right. I will inform the party that we could go in this one. However, there's a bear in there, which I should be able to pacify without much issue.
Well, you pacified an entire pack of wolves.
Yeah, but wolves and bears aren't necessarily the same thing.
Well, no, but there's only one of it, so even if things go bad, we could gently neutralize it.
Neutralize gently, huh?
As in, we just not kill it.
Just leave it
Bears are
injured
good
and
eats.
bleeding on the floor.
Yeah. Well, as it stands, we can stay here for the night. But I am going to go do some hunting in the hopes that maybe some rabbits or other shit might make the bear more amiable.
Keep in mind, this is like one cave after an hour worth of searching. You can always continue looking. There's
What
sure
time
to
of
be
day
more.
is it, actually?
It's about noontime.
Oh. Well, we want to make progress as well as find a cave today.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, this was
Alright.
like the first cave you guys came across when you were looking. It's not the only cave in the area, and yeah, you haven't made very much progress.
Well, I guess we should start making some more progress. And then once we get done with progress for the day, then I'll look for a cave.
Yep. By the way, it's not a pleasant day today. There's apparently a late storm has arrived as it rains and snows at the same time, making this area kind of unpleasant for everyone involved.
Hmm.
It's sleeting. It's not pleasant, and probably why the cave is currently occupied by a bear, and why the wolves might be out hunting.
We like unpleasant trees.
Do we?
Yeah.
Based on where you're from, Oyeko, it's not bad. Same for Mo. I mean, it's cold, but yeah, whatever. You guys have freaking dealt with worse.
It's fine. I'm wearing relatively heavy clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Build caves.
In comparison to, yeah, Johnny and Gouvet, who are from more amiable climates. So, pushing onward to find a different cave, or just kind of marking this one and trying to make more progress?
Mark it, but move on.
All right.
This might be helpful sometime very far in the future. It's unlikely, but it might.
Mm-hmm. So, yep, you guys push onward. And after about another, well, I mean, are you guys like going to travel and then look later? Or are you just kind of looking as you go?
I think it's better to travel and look later.
Okay. How far are you guys going to try and travel before you're
Well-
before you're going to cut your losses and try and find a cave?
I want to have like 2 hours to find a cave just in case.
I mean,
You know
you're
what,
going to be doing most of the looking, so is the rest of the group going to be cool with that?
Yeah, of course.
All right. Yeah. Keep in mind, you do kind of have to stick with the group because this isn't a road, so they're not quite as like easy to direct unless you're near them.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't explore quite so far. But I'm not going to have you roll again. I'm going to just keep you with a 19. As you get another 4 or 5 hours in of traveling, and the sun starts to dip, you guys put a search in, and after about another half an hour or so, you're able to find a fairly small cave. But it should be enough for the 4 of you guys without issue.
Well, it won't be comfortable, but you know, we need to sign on for comfort. I'm going to enter the cave.
More comfortable than being cursed, so.
Yeah.
Just get cursed and then give up your sense of comfort.
I hate to tell you, that's a lot worse than it sounds.
Oh no, I know.
It's like, why not giving up your sense of pain? It sounds great until you realize that you no longer know how many hit points you have. I do. You don't.
You give up your sense of pain and you get stabbed, and you're like, so
Yep.
what the fuck just happened? God, it just makes me think of a book where it was like, yeah, I think they nicked me, and then they looked at his side, and his side was missing. It's like, oh no, and then he just died.
Yeah.
He like died on the spot from shock.
So, yep. The cave is only like about 7 feet at the like furthest point without like crawling. It does go in a little deeper, but you have to get on your hands and knees to fit further in. The little opening area is not very big.
Well, I found this place, so dibs on the opening area.
Yep. It's like a 2-foot little passageway that leads further in.
Yeah.
If you wish to search that area. But all of you can fit in the little opening area well enough.
It's time to begin searching.
Mo can get in fairly easily. I mean, he still has to like, or she still has to like, you know, get on her hands and knees, but it's not as unpleasant.
Hmm.
Because what, you're like 2.5 or something like that, right? Around there somewhere.
That's
Or are you closer to 3?
3
Yeah.
foot, it's 3 foot 5 inches.
Oh, okay. So it's actually fairly small for you then, still. But more pleasant anyway. So, yep. Are you guys just hanging out in the entrance for the night? Other than, I guess, Mo, who's decided to go on its adventure all her own?
As long as I can get very safely out of the light, then yeah, just in the
Yeah,
entrance.
that's where
Yep.
I'm at as well.
All right. Yeah, this cave was, you wouldn't have picked a cave where the moon is all of a sudden just going to shine in at some point during the night. So
Mhm.
at least I'm very hopeful that Gouvet is not making that sort of poor decision.
No.
But yeah. So you
It's
basically
fine.
have
I
one
hang a
like
tarp
facing.
over the entrance.
Well, that would help, if that sort of thing helped. But
Yeah. It's for moral support. On the hard side of the party,
Hey, if
says,
you'll do it, we really
on the other
need
side
you
of the
to.
tarp written in chalk is "You're doing great, sweetie."
Yep. So you explore further in the cave as the rest of them set out in the entrance.
Oyeko will be staying up the entire night, by the way.
I'm probably
So,
wrong.
the cave, the little tunnel goes for about 15 or so feet and then opens into a slightly bigger area. It's only like a 10-foot room or so, but a little dip and a tiny little pool with a bunch of moss. But otherwise, doesn't seem like there's anything else in here. It doesn't even continue onward.
Mo shrugs. Well, guess that's that.
Do you go hang with the rest of them, or are you gonna stay in your little place?
I'll hang with the rest of them.
All right.
If there is something there, Mo won't be able to find it.
Yep. I mean, there's insects and whatnot, but yeah, that's kind of all you see of interest.
I guess it could be an insect.
They're these small orange things with very long feelers.
These small orange things. Oh no.
Maybe I won't eat them. Your brightly colored things aren't.
Yeah, they're usually poisonous or something, so you should probably
They're
leave them
actually
alone.
brightly colored to let you know that they look so tasty.
So
Mm.
tastily poisoned. No.
I mean, that's literally the point of the monarch. But so, yep. The night starts to pass, and you guys just kind of hang out in the entrance. Are you guys like starting a fire, or because the cave is so small, you don't have to worry about the smoke here? You're just hanging out
It's-
in the darkness.
I mean, Oyako's not worried about a fire.
It's mostly that it's cold, so it might be pleasant.
She's not gonna like stomp out a fire if someone lights one, but she's not worried about lighting one herself. Fuck you! You can't be warm.
Anyone
So-
who lights a fire being thrown directly into the moonlight.
So Oyeko is staying up. Is Mo, Guve, and Johnny all going to sleep? Or are you guys setting watch normally?
I'm going to do my normal
What's the plan
watch.
for
Yeah, I'll be
I
up for my
think I'm
normal
gonna
watch.
do
as
my
well.
normal watch.
And Johnny as well?
Yeah, I'll do my normal watch.
All right. So the moon finally starts to rise, and from the inside of the cave, you see the eerie green light of the cursed moon
Should've got a
rising for
thicker
the first day. Melilak. So, yep. You guys rest or just kind of stay up as you're due for tonight. About 2 hours in, Oyeko, since you're up, you do notice a small group of those orange, like bright orange insects have apparently made it from somewhere and are now in your camp. And they seem to be headed. Who are they headed towards? Yeah, they're headed toward Johnny.
Oh no.
Anyone else, she would have waved him away. She will watch them though.
All right. Yep. You see the little creatures that are. They're kind of like beetles, but as I said, they have big, huge feelers. And yeah, they just kind of crawl up and seem to like just kind of sit on the armor for a while. And as you watch over the course of about a half an hour, part of the armor starts to just turn orange.
I'll start to
rusting.
get him off the armor.
Yeah, you're able to knock them off. without issue.
I hate Johnny, but his armor is cool.
Well, it's
Paint's got
more
my
if Johnny's armor gets fucked over, then that makes it harder for everyone.
Yep.
If they like,
they're going to attempt to continue eating the armor until you destroy them or get rid of them somehow.
Just throw them in the fire.
I'll just light a torch and try to terrify them by waving it.
Johnny's
Like,
gonna
hit
wake
Johnny
up
in the
to,
face
like, a
with a torch while
being
he's
pressed
asleep.
against him.
James was going, why is my arm burning? Why is my arm burning?
And if the torch doesn't ward them away like permanently, then she will start stomping.
No, apparently these things remember fire and flee back to wherever they came from. Back toward the back of the cave as you watch them in the torchlight.
And then just to make sure, she'll check her own armor.
Yep, you don't see any of these weird orange insects on you. So, first watch ends, and you wake up Gouvet, I'm assuming.
Mhm.
Yep. Well, Gouvet is up for her watch.
Why is Johnny's armor rusted?
There were some
Yeah.
insect things. I had to knock them off. They were, I think, munching on it.
Yeah, it's not fully damaged. It just needs to kind of be buffed. But there's like a little tiny patch, like about a foot, that's just kind of vaguely rusted. Yeah. Gouvet, you've heard of these creatures, at least the
Yeah.
larger cousins, mostly because your
Yeah.
people are kind of terrified of them to some extent.
I kind of fucking hate them. They're pieces of shit.
Yep. Rust monsters are very well known because they are, well, not dangerous alone, are horrible, horrible creatures that destroy so much material if they're allowed to invade.
Ruining perfectly good steel.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The moon continues passing, and
For the record, this I think I missed it. That this night didn't have either of the special moons. Yeah.
it did. This
Oh.
is the first night. Yep. It is the first night of the cursed moon. You guys
Good.
got unlucky. And during your watch, Gouvet, you hear voices outside.
Keep in mind, I'm still awake.
Yeah, you too. But it's Gouvet's watch, so. Regardless, you both hear voices outside.
Do we have a fire?
Yeah, small one anyway.
I'm going to put it out.
All right.
And I'm then going to set up watching the door with the gun. Or not the door, the entrance, I suppose.
Yeah, not really a door on this cave.
Bolted a whole ass door to the cave.
They're too far away to like catch what they're saying, but they are getting closer. And eventually,
Fully closer. Are they humans or goblins by chance?
they are goblins.
Mm.
At least some of them are goblins. The group sounds like bigger than the number of goblins you're sensing, but there are 3 in this group.
Okay, doke.
And you hear the goblins seem to be talking mostly amongst themselves from the sound of the conversation. It's mostly about something inane. They're like basically talking about the best way to prepare slugs.
Mm.
But
Mm.
you do hear a second basically type of voice that sounds to you like a hobgoblin who is telling them off and telling them to shut up, which they basically promptly ignore. But yep, the group comes nearer to your cave, but does not pass in front of it and seems to continue on its way.
All right.
And about 20 minutes or so later, you hear more speakers. And the ground kind of rumbling a little bit as one of them comes close enough. And this one does get close to the cave, as you see a large tanned ogre surrounded by a group of 7 goblins who seem to be kind of following in its wake. They are all very clearly marked, as well as, of course, the ogre, who is only wearing a small, like, green-colored stone crown, along with effectively only a loincloth. And he has his mark just on the back of his neck, along with either painted or tattooed marks that are all along his arms. He seems to just be kind of like moving through the area in front of the cave with his arms open wide, and seems to be like, maybe it's singing. It's hard to tell because it's an ogre. They are not exactly the most charismatic of creatures.
Hmm.
And the goblins are all kind of like dancing around it.
I'll just be waiting and watching.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, they don't seem to notice either. They don't notice the cave or they don't notice you. Either way, they just pass on their way and keep moving through the night. And that's about where your watch ends, as there are no more nearby visitors.
All right.
Yeah, you
I'll,
can wake up,
I'll-
Johnny.
Yeah, I'll stay
Yep.
awake for this watch, so I won't do my normal double sleep.
Mm-hmm. So, yep. Johnny, you wake up. Someone threw water at your armor or something because there's this rusted patch.
Goblins.
Do you relate the nearby visitors?
Yeah, I probably would.
This group is so dysfunctional. Like, fine, I would tell the next guy and watch what I did see something. Fuck.
I mean, these
Well,
two other
I
people
tell you if it was literally anything but goblins, I'd be like, yeah, that's probably fine. But it's like goblins. Ugh, fuck.
I knew it. They ruined my armor. Look.
No, that
That
wasn't the
wasn't.
goblins.
Those were some insects.
Oh.
I had to knock them
Insects?
off.
My
The
thanks.
goblins didn't even spare a glance at the cave.
All right. Well, I'll keep my eyes out.
So, after the first hour, the green light fades and the sun rises. And then
Hell yeah.
it is daytime.
Well, onwards.
Assume I
Unless we
should make a
find out
con
that
save against the exhaustion.
Yep, go ahead.
now when we find out that the goblin and fucking ogres just slept right outside the cave. Just,
When you peek outside, there is nothing there. They have
Alright.
moved on. Well, I guess there's no goblins. There is a couple of wooden sticks that still are like a little bit slimy. At least they look a little slimy unless you're going to touch them.
I'm not going to touch them, but kind of like to guess at what made them like that.
I mean, they're like skewers, I guess, is actually what it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You know,
I
they're
know I
little,
need to
little
just
tiny
guess.
things. So,
Yeah.
they probably had food on them.
Let's say I think I have a guess.
Yep. So you guys push on through the day.
I'm doing the same thing today.
Yep. So wait until you're pretty close.
Yep.
Yep. And today, the sleet has just changed to normal rain as the weather heats up. Doesn't get any more pleasant, unfortunately, because the rain is very, very hard. As you push on through the hills and now the mud, but you're able to make at least some progress before the night starts coming closer. Could you roll another survival check because you are kind of out of the area you were searching for?
Sure. Do I still get advantage?
Yep, you still have advantage. You're still in the same area. Nice.
Even better.
Yeah. Well, it takes you just a few minutes. Well, a few minutes. It takes you about 15, 20 minutes to find a cave this time. So, at around, 2 hours before. So you're able to get a little more set up.
I'm getting
And this
more
cave
proficient.
is more expansive than the last, as it comes back into a pretty long segment. It's like pretty thin. It's only like 4 feet wide or so.
Mhm.
So it's this big, long, thin cave that seems to twist into the earth slightly as it moves down. But at the end, there is a small pool and a more expansive room.
Huh.
And there does seem to be tunnels that lead further down. But one of them, well, there are two. One is only big enough that Mo might be able to fit through. It's small enough that even she's going to struggle. The other one is even smaller. It's only large enough for like a ferry at the very most.
Let's just put some cement in those and continue on.
I mean, there is mud in the pool.
Mm.
We're outside. There's plenty of it outside.
Since we have some time, I'll do some like hunting
All right.
of some
Yeah.
type or other.
Yeah. Most beasts have gone to ground since it's raining so hard.
Yeah.
But let's see. Go ahead and roll survival. See if you bag something lucky.
Woo!
Unfortunately, no. You're able to find some berries though and whatnot.
Hey.
They're kind of, tough. You're in a hilly area, so the plants are a little hardier than
Yeah.
they otherwise might be in the forest outside. So they're tough berries, but they're edible. So
Johnny,
poison
it's not
someone.
this thing. It's called a lemon. Try it.
You're not home, so there are no lemons
Dang.
growing wild here.
I have this thing from home. It's called a lemon. Try it.
You did not bring a lemon from home.
I have candied orange rind. I've had it for fucking. I've been saving it for a fun occasion. Try it.
I'll give you an opportunity once you get there. So, yep. You guys are able to at least get some food for the group. It's not very good food, but it's food nonetheless. So, as the rest of the group sits in the cave, a little bit of water is just trickling in from the path as it moves into the pool in its little groove. But otherwise, it's pretty quiet in here. You don't hear any sounds from down in the cave's holes. And eventually, the night comes. And of course, with it, the green light.
Mm.
Well,
Are
yeah,
you
cool.
staying up
Stay up
again?
every watch, by the way.
All right, I
Yeah.
was wondering. So, yep. Tonight, your watch passes uneventfully, Ayako. It's, other than, of course, the rain, which isn't making things easy to hear anything outside, but nothing comes up from the caves, and you don't hear anything outside, and nothing enters your cave, so it's all good as far as you can tell.
Great.
Yep, you wake up Guve.
Hmm.
And for Guve's watch, something does happen. The not the smaller of the two, the bigger of the two, you see a few small rats that seem to peek out of their hole and kind of look around your camp.
What do you want?
You don't even need primeval awareness for that. You know what they want.
Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah.
Skedaddle. Fucking daddle.
Yeah, these are very small rats, so they are not filled with any bravery, especially since their group is only numbering in the a handful. So they skedaddle back into their holes. You do hear something a little bigger chasing them around down there, but apparently whatever it is doesn't come up to investigate your your camp.
Yeah, that's their fucking business, ain't it?
Yep. So you wake up Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Johnny, you get up.
Real hard slap. Just wow, how'd that happen?
Yep.
Some rogue slappers on the list.
Finally, at the beginning of Johnny's watch, or so, it's mostly the end of yours, the rain
best watch.
finally ceases from upstairs.
Mm-hmm. Guns out, so you know, sun's out.
Yeah. So, and during your watch, Johnny, right as the sun is coming up upstairs, Guve finally gets a view of what was chasing around the rats downstairs as a very mangy-looking weasel pops its head out of the hole.
My God.
Its claws covered in blood, as well as
You
its
still
mouth.
follow us around?
It's Rufus.
It's not Rufus. This is a normal-sized weasel, not a big one.
I swear to God, if you fucking scratch my face, I will end you. I've had too many animals scratch my face in the past days.
It just kind of looks at you and seems to already be happy with what it has. So apparently, its curiosity sated. It pops it back down into the hole, and you hear it
Yeah.
scampering back into wherever this cave are.
Glad we came to a conclusion there.
Yep.
Little bastards.
And eventually, after a few more hours, the sun comes up in totality, and you're able to continue onward. If you push on, you should be able to make town tonight. The problem, of course, is you can't because of the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the final stretch is across open ground, so you'll either have to basically delay your path by a short time, like a good 5 hours or so, or you're going to need to try and see if is willing to dig that artificial cave for you.
I
Or
was
just hope you get
before, but this time, no.
Didn't believe me
I'm
before,
gonna
not
be
doing it
cursed.
now.
Fuck
I
you.
don't trust the artificial cave. Fuck it. We delay by 5 hours.
All right.
Rather die
Yep.
than accept Mo's help.
I'd rather die than trust something that I don't understand.
Other than being really damp, the weather has returned back to sunny.
Dirt cave. What is this?
No, it's how
So-
it's made is his problem.
You
What I
guys
don't
march
understand is the
on?
moon. I don't understand how the moon interacts with your bullshit.
Yep. So you guys march about half the day and make it to the edge of the hilly region. And are
Also,
able
fuck
to
you, I'm a regular,
start
stay
finding a
longer.
cave here. I'm not going to have you roll. This is the same general location. So you're able to find a cave near enough to the thing not to waste a heck of a lot of time. But it doesn't take very long. So what are you going to kill? Like you have like 5 or
What
6
am I
hours.
going to kill? You got it right on the money.
Actually, I forgot to roll this.
Oh yes, please roll again. All right, yep, you're still good. I think it only goes up by 1, doesn't it? Or does it go up by
That's
5?
by 5.
Oof. So you're badly good.
Yes.
So, yep. So
I
yeah,
don't
what
get
are you guys
sad
doing to kill
behavior
5
around
hours?
these people, I'm hunting.
Yeah, the cave you guys find is more similar to the first one you found. It's deep, though it's not apparently filled with snores, as you don't hear any bears inside. It's kind of shaped like I guess like a boomerang, kind of. With kind of a curved end that comes and bends.
Mhm.
Kill
I guess like if you imagine it like looking at it from the side. Regardless. Yep. Yeah, go ahead and roll survival. There's more animals out today, so it's not as hard. You'll bag something big. Unless you roll really poorly. All right. Yeah, you're able to track down something. Yeah, you're able to track down a deer. You're able to bring it down.
Remove bullet.
It takes you like a good 2 hours, but you have a deer. You're able to drag it back in that same time. I'm not going to add the additional time for you. The 2 hours includes return. So you guys have plenty of meat for the next like few days.
Not if we eat it all in one.
Yeah, not if you eat it all. The cave, by the way, doesn't have anything like all that interesting. There's not a pool. There's no extra caves. It's just a cave.
I'm gonna just kind of hang out on the top of a nearby hill, preferably one of the larger ones.
Yep, there's a couple nearby.
Just be gently playing music.
Yep, there are trees in the area, but yeah, it's pretty open in this area besides the hills. What are Johnny and Mo doing to eat up time?
I'm gonna repaint my armor because it's got that orange shit on it.
Yeah, gotta
Some
buff it out
colors
and
going. Yeah.
repaint it.
Yeah.
Explore.
Where are you exploring? The cave takes like not even 5 minutes.
Ah, okay. That's 5
It's not a
minutes.
very big cave. Well, it's a big cave. It's just not very. There's not much to it.
It's
Mo
5 minutes for a
One
normal
room.
day.
Keeps getting
Oh,
at the end of the cave and spends 2 hours exploring the same
It's
portion.
like a 2-hour. To keep on getting distracted.
I mean, there's some interesting lichens in here. Oh, and there's some interesting bugs.
I mean, I'll eat some bugs.
All right. Yeah, they're more usual bugs. I mean, usual for here, not usual for home, but still. They aren't like glowing or bright orange or have weird feelers or anything. So, yep. At some point during the day. Well, I mean, where are you buffing your armor, Johnny? Are you like deep inside the cave or are you at the edge?
How's the lighting?
I mean, not very good because it's a cave.
Cave. The fuck?
And it like curves, so there isn't like once you're deep inside of it, there isn't any light from the outside because the
Right,
cave
so-
doesn't have any like shininess.
So then, yeah. So then I would be near the mouth, I suppose.
All right. So, yeah, at some point in the afternoon, as you're working on your armor, a raven comes and lands near the mouth of the cave. It just kind of looks at you curiously at first, and then a familiar look comes over it, and it hops
Ignore.
towards you.
Ignore.
Ah, we're still doing this then. Come now, you haven't swung me in ages. You had such a fearsome foe, and yet you fled. So cowardly, so unheroic.
Johnny's been activated. No. Johnny knows that demons try and get under the skin of heroes and into their heads, and he will not cave for this fucking filthy shit thing.
This little fucking bastard.
Johnny, you're not even a hero. Johnny caves.
Yep. I mean, it tries to goad you a couple more times, but eventually gets bored. And
It's
then-
fine. I'll go to another one of your party members.
hell yeah,
So
go.
neither of you guys can understand him. It'd just be a bird squawking at
Like,
it.
it just gets like a whole retinue of like frogs and ravens and everything.
Instead, since you're ignoring it, it decides that instead is going to just kind of sit on your shoulder and pick at your hair,
It's gonna
seemingly
get you
letting the bird
just-
just kind of do what it wants to do.
Damn, this bird's a turbo Chad then.
Yeah.
Bird really says, there's a man wearing a fucking suit of metal. I'm gonna go pick at his hair.
Yeah. I mean, the metal's shiny, but it's too big.
The fucking evil Knievel of birds.
I mean, it's not entirely doing it of its own accord. The thing would be terrified to be this close. But eventually, whatever is controlling the bird lets go, and the bird realizes what it's doing and bolts off back into the outside world and flies off to wherever it came from originally.
He realizes what it's doing and goes for one last fucking bit and that hair's mine, bitch.
It realizes what it's doing, and it also realizes that it's enjoying it.
Hair's nice. I want this. Yank.
Yes, this is stupid.
I guess unless you have any gold pieces nearby, in which case it would try and swipe one of those. But yeah, otherwise the night comes. So you guys bundle back into the cave with your venison in tow. Guessing you guys are
Your
starting
venison.
a fire to.
Bitch, this is my venison. Fuck the rest of them.
Our venison comrade.
No, we are not comrades. I hate all of you.
Wow, that's fucked up.
No, that's not true. I don't hate any of you. Not even Johnny.
Yeah, well, not mood.
Yep.
I feel sorry for Johnny. Like, damn, he's fucked. Eventually, he's gonna bite off more than he can chew and get fucking obliterated. And I'm probably going to be there to watch it happen.
So, yep. I'm guessing Oyoko is once again staying up for the.
Correctoroni and cheese.
All right.
No, I don't think that's healthy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to sleep at least with this stuff going on.
All right, I go to sleep. Go into
So-
trance.
Yep. The third night is pretty similar to the second. Your watch is fairly uneventful. Not even the weather keeps you company. Just the quiet green glow that kind of sneaks in at the edge of the cave. And your eyes might be tricking you, as you are pretty deep in the cave, so there's no way the light can reach. But it seems like it's crawling into the cave, like getting deeper as you watch.
The moonlight.
Yeah.
I will light a torch and just throw it at the.
Yep. The light is forced back by the torch's light. You blink several times, and the light seems to reset back to where it was.
Oyeko
But-
is very nervous about this.
Other than that, your watch passes uneventfully, and you wake up Guve.
Guve,
Yeah, what's up? What?
I swear the light was coming into the cave.
I will look over to where the light is, and I'm going to assume I don't see it moving at all.
You do see
Nope.
a torch. It's probably still lit.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's kind of near its end, but it is still burning.
Look at the torch, confused. Very visibly confused. What?
I wasn't going near it. Are you kidding me?
All right, how about this? I am going to go relatively close. I'm not going to get very close, but I'm going to just lay a piton as, you know, a distance marker. It's like, well, if it ever passes that, then you know it's getting closer. And if it doesn't, then it isn't.
All right. Yep, you hammer it in.
I won't hammer it. I just fucking put it on the ground.
Just
Hey,
lay it on the floor.
yeah,
All right.
I'm not going to use the effort to hammer it in.
Fair enough.
It's like I think it's not like I actually think the moon's light's gonna push it or anything. I'm just doing this to help reassure Yeko. I assume she's just exhausted after being awake for 2 days straight.
So, yep.
I'm too tough to be exhausted.
You're too stupid to be exhausted.
Hey, not
Yeah?
Johnny.
That's fair.
So, yeah, the watch passes, and at around about 3/4, it's about to be the end. Just maybe another half an hour or so. You look over Gouvet and see that the light has moved very close to that pin. It's only a few inches away when it was a good foot or more.
See?
I'm not going to visibly react to this and glance over at Oyeko to see if Oyeko has noticed.
Actually, that's true. Do I notice?
Nope. You
'Cause
haven't noticed.
I would be like turbo hyper focused on
Yeah,
the light.
you
after
haven't
the trans-
noticed.
Okay.
Mm.
And as you watch Gouvet, the light creeps forward and is now over the pin.
Hey, Oyeko,
Yeah, what's up?
where's the light in relation to the pitten?
Where is it according to my eyes?
According to your eyes, now that you actually bother, now that it's been pointed out that something might be wrong, you notice that the light is indeed over the pin.
It just like teleported over it.
Yeah, like you looked away to see what Gouvet, see Gouvet talking, and then look back and it's moved. Like it's jumped a whole foot and a half since you
I
last
will-
were looking at it.
Beam another torch at it.
Wait, stop.
I will have a lit torch in my hand.
I'm going to do some tests, which in this case is going to consist of taking
Don't
out the
go.
moon amulet I have,
Don't go near it.
and I'm going to toss the green portion into the light and see if it reacts.
I mean, the amulet reflects the light pretty well. Yeah, it does kind of reflect it vaguely back in your direction, but
Don't even flinch.
mhm.
I'm like, if I get hit by that, then fucking, there's nothing I could have done. That's just the universe deciding, fuck me, I guess.
Yeah.
And I will do this same thing with the gray one that I found. See if it reacts anyway.
No, the gray one doesn't react at all.
All right.
And
Can I
as you
throw torch?
watch, it creeps another foot closer to you.
Torch
Okay.
throw.
It's about
You
halfway
weren't-
through the cave at that point before
You
throw
weren't
the
you weren't
torch.
getting the say in that one.
And this
I'm
time,
already saying hook it.
rather
So.
than the light just retreating, it stalks up from the floor like a shadow, appearing as a creature, and then just backs away slowly from the light, seemingly holding up its front, not really hands, but almost like praying mantis claws.
I will light a torch and throw it at its head. Fuck that thing.
Yep. It backs out, apparently scared away from the torchlight,
Stay the fuck out.
and eventually melts back into the floor where the light was originally. Doesn't retreat entirely out of the cave, but it retreats back to its starting point.
All right. So I'm just gonna pretend like that never happened.
Yep. And the rest of your watch passes uneventfully. You wake up Johnny.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Leo's-
waking up Johnny, it's pretty soon we will be needing to be putting to
Mhm.
sleep Lumpy.
Yep,
Just
I am aware.
Time.
I mean, I imagine there's
You
not much
guys are
longer
going to make it to town
and then we'll stop.
today. So
Okay.
the moment your watch ends, you'll walk into town and then we'll end.
Johnny wakes up. Eyes alight
Mhm.
with the knowledge that he is taking watch.
So
The
yeah,
echo's so shaken.
there
from
are
all
a
this
trio
that,
of torches laying on the floor near the mouth of the cave.
Oh, I probably threw mine out of the cave. I was aiming high.
Well, yeah, a pair of torches then. All of them at this point have long since burned out. But
There's also a single Python,
yeah, laying on the floor.
which is now a lime green. That's weird.
Nah, the light doesn't stick to it. It's back
Good.
to normal color. So, yeah.
So Johnny,
Johnny, as you're
don't be
keeping
alarmed.
watch, you notice that the light starts crawling towards you.
Yeah, I was going to inform him when it's time for his watch. Don't be alarmed, but I think the green moon is trying to curse us.
I scoot on back.
I mean, it's still a good ways away. It's not even halfway across the cave yet. Not
Does it
quite
hit
to the
Python?
Nope, it's still a
I'm
few
not
inches
saying
away.
I'm not saying I bolt in the other direction, but I do definitely sort of shift.
But luckily for you, the light fades as the sun rises. And the rest of your watch does not have any green light whatsoever.
Oh, thank.
As the last day ends for the
So-
month, and the first day of the next starts.
Do you guys think that has anything to do with the thing that's watching us?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I did too.
Oh, Pog, I'm still just golden.
Yeah. Still going well.
All right.
I mean, you're getting tired, but it's not
Well,
affecting you yet.
I would hope so.
Let's take this last
You're able
trek
to
at
power through it.
a nice pace.
All right. So you guys march out of the cave and see that there is a small pool sitting outside of the cave. It's like a ways of like a good 15 feet off, but
Gonna make the
It
assumption
is-
that wasn't there before.
no, it wasn't. And it seems to glow with that same eerie green light for the last few moments as the sun fully like solidifies its hold over the day before fading back to just being its blue natural self.
Frog,
Apparently a natural pool of water.
do you know anything about that frog? What was that?
The moon.
Well, I get that part, but it doesn't normally do that.
Do you know that was the end approaching? What?
Melak does many things. It's confused. It's reflected.
Well, I don't know why I ask you things. I really never understand a word you say.
You know, demons don't often give straight answers. I think if it does
Yeah,
ever give you a straight answer, you should be more worried than happy.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Oh my gosh, you answered straight. That's great. I understood. Oh fuck. That means that means bad
You
things.
know, you answered in a way that was reasonable. Oh no! Oh no!
Yep. So you march out of the hills. Just a few, like there's only a couple of hills, like until the end, and make it back to the road and finally to the city itself.
Wow, we made it to the city.
Yeah.
Pog.
High East.
Just saw that whenever they answer normally.
It is a set of like a larger settlement, but it only has a wooden wooden palisade, but a wooden wall. But that is where we will stop with you guys at the gates.
And we level up to level 8.
Finally. We've been on 7 for so
Level
long.
8. That's hilarious.
Gonna end the recording there.
We level up to level 3.
We level up to level -42. We're commoners. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And apparently, commoners have been downgraded to level 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I have to go to the bathroom.
Have fun. Don't piss yourself.
It isn't piss. It's shit.
You can do that, though. Like, you can shit yourself. That's fine.
Yeah, we're all gamers here. We understand. I'm
Huh?
going. Theo,
Huh?
Peyton is shitting himself as we speak.
Oh,
Hmm.
sorry.
What is it, your fault? Did you do this to him?
Oh my god, I knew it. I'm going to bed.
Yep.
Good night.
Good night, Lumpy.
Loose.
Thank you for playing.
I hate that guy. I love doing that. We're back.
All right. Huh, that means I actually get to design a town ahead of time. The question, I guess the better question is, will I design a town ahead of time? It's a lot of the time I just freaking pull up a random generator and go, hey, you need this? Okay, this is what it is. Yay! I guess I should probably have written that it has a wooden wall, so I remember. Because I've written down that what his name is, so.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm also
All
probably
right.
gonna move to the other Discord because I think I'm gonna be playing either Dark Souls or League of Legends shortly. So.
All right. I'll probably join you over there.
I'm back.